well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
It's Friday on Matt and Kayla. I'm Matt George.
Yeah.
That's Kayla Anderson. And for the second day in a row, oh my God, Kayla just fell out. Jeez Louise. Kayla just fell out of her chair.
What a way to start it.
You're not a real person. You're not real. She just actually fell out of her chair.
I wonder what that looked like on camera.
She was reaching for her bag and she fell out of her chair.
Well, WrestleMania started.
Somehow, on a show with me, you're the least athletic person. No, we kind of got that on camera. I'm watching it back.
I blame these old chairs.
You could just stand up.
No, I had already had my headphones on. I didn't want to take them off. I forgot my computer was already in my bag because Dave, like always, was distracting us during the break. So I went over. My arms are long. Usually my yoga helps me stretch like that where I can just grab my bag. But no, I fell off my seat instead. Goodness gracious.
Oh, God. Kayla, come on.
All right.
I mean, knock on wood, you haven't spilled anything for a record long time.
Well, I got something.
I'm knocking on wood here, but falling out of your seat to start a show is next level.
Smokes.
Are you
well,
ready?
That woke me up. Yeah.
You ready? You ready to do a radio? Should we
Let's
start
do
over?
it.
Play the intro again. Don't actually do it. Welcome
Hello.
in. It's Friday.
It is.
It's Friday, and we are ready for the weekend. We're ready for a weekend of playoff basketball. We'll dive into that here in just a second here on Matt and Kayla. And you know what I'm ready for? It's WrestleMania weekend, people.
Oh, yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Allegiant Stadium. Right now, it's the home of the WWE, but soon it'll be the home of Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
We got WrestleMania all weekend long, which I'm excited about, and Kayla and Anthony don't care even a little bit.
I'm pumped now. Oh, no. I'm getting ready for this.
Are you going to watch it?
I might.
It's
on ESPN, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Do you have the ESPN Unlimited thing?
I just...
It's expensive.
A donut hole. Is it? I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
if it's expensive, I probably don't have it.
I bundled it with something or another, but yeah, like
so is
by
it
itself.
on like the ESPN app?
Yes. So
Okay.
there's two different ESPN things. There's an ESPN Plus, which is what it used to be, which is where you could just get all the college sports or whatever.
Okay.
And then there's ESPN Unlimited, which is their newer thing that
okay.
WWE is on.
Got
and it's
it.
like $30 a month, or you
Jeez
can bundle
Louise.
it with like Hulu and whatever.
And it's just WWE that
No,
they...
it's other things,
Okay.
but it's
Got it.
access to all of ESPN stuff. But WWE isn't that category, not the ESPN Plus category. It's all confusing.
So maybe I'll just wait for the clips to come out, huh?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
They're long shows.
Well, I am excited, though, to kind of, like, see what happens.
Well,
I don't really know much,
Chris is shaking his head in there because he's a big AEW guy.
I know.
But you're going to have some skin in the game here coming up.
Okay.
Because at the end of this first hour, you and Anthony are going to be making your WrestleMania predictions.
Ooh, I almost wore my 2 set.
Your 2 set?
Yeah, I was, like, going to dress in character as Kayla.
Oh, that's your wrestling name. Your
Yeah, and I've got
wrestling
this
persona.
perfect, like, pleather 2 set.
You should have.
I know, and I was going to try to find a cape.
Kayla wrestles in a cape?
Well, I take it off once I get in the ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your finishing move? What's Kayla's finishing
I
move?
have really, really bony elbows.
Yeah.
It is a straight up elbow to the throat.
Okay. I just want
What?
to clarify.
We can't do that?
You know it's not real, right? No, I mean, you can do it.
Oh, yeah, I know it's not real.
Your elbow could be the finishing move. Just don't actually hit somebody with it.
That'll have to work on when they train me. But I can't promise anything.
Well, here's the thing. You guys don't know really anything about WrestleMania and WWE. I know Anthony is familiar with some of the wrestlers, and you'll probably be familiar with some of them as
like
well.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee. Yes,
I know, right?
And Pat McAfee is a part of the show, unfortunately. So you guys are going to make your WrestleMania predictions, but here's the thing: it's not fun if there's not something on the line, right?
Oh no.
So I've got there's no forfeit, just to keep the competition. Get the turn off the show.
I did.
Keep the competition fresh. There is potentially a $50 gift card on the line.
Holy smokes! Wait.
Potentially.
Was this dedicated to us by some?
No, this is just me.
Kyle's missing out.
This is just me adding some fun to the game.
Matt is so gracious
to make you guys care.
He's such a gracious guy.
Anthony's gonna be back with us all next week, right? Or at least part of it.
Only Monday and Tuesday. Then Ramsey will be with you guys for the rest of the week.
Wow, he only wants to do a couple days with us. That's what I heard.
He's like, forget
That's
you
crazy.
guys.
Take it up with Verlad.
That's crazy.
Take it up with Verlad.
Okay, well now if Kayla wins, it's a $50 gift card. If Anthony wins, it's $25 because he only wants to spend half the week with us. So
and I have to stay here. You're making me stay after.
Yes, that's true. No, a $50.
That's cool though.
A $50 gift card to wherever you guys choose
Sweet.
will be on the line.
That's
so
awesome.
We add
I'm excited.
A little fun into it. But you guys will be making your WrestleMania predictions. That's coming up at 10:44. So it's coming up at the end of this hour, and it's all going to be based on 3 separate categories. You're going to make your decisions for 3 matches based on just the look of the wrestlers.
Oh, I love this.
So judging a book by its cover. You are going to make 3 predictions for 3 different matches based off of the synopsis of the story, which I will tell you. I will explain to you the story in like 3 sentences or less. And then you will make the final 3 match predictions based completely on their entrance music.
Okay. Do we need to, at this time, I want to check all my boxes here. Do we need to have the chat silenced?
No, not necessarily, because you can ask questions about the wrestlers a little bit, and I'll tell you what I'll share with you. That's too much information because pretty much blind WrestleMania picks, but you're making your picks based off of the preconceived notions of whatever you see or hear.
Okay.
Basically.
Perfect.
That's the idea of it. It's called the Clueless Guide to WrestleMania. I don't know. We're workshopping the name, but there's a $50 gift card on the line so that you guys will be invested. Yes, Kyle Ledbetter is definitely missing out. Coming up at 10:30, we're going to talk about, according to Sam Amick, LeBron James doesn't want a farewell tour, and this could be it. I don't buy it for a second. We'll talk about that, plus the talk and criticism around LaMelo Ball, I think has gone a little bit too far. We'll talk about LaMelo Ball a couple times in the show because it's also him and his situation with Bam. It will come ongoing. Up and pick a side as well. Bonte Hill, the great Bonte Hill, who is the pre- and post-game host for NBC Sports, covering, of course, the Golden State Warriors. He will join us at 11 o'clock because the Warriors are in action tonight. If they win, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they're in the lottery. What's better for them? Right? And we'll talk to Bonte, preview that game, and Bonte will always have some smack to talk about the Sacramento Kings. So we're looking forward to chatting with Bonte here in just a little bit. A big topic of conversation on yesterday's Drive Guys between Whitey and Allen was surrounding Russell Westbrook. And Allen essentially provided a caveat or there's a incentive. No, what's the word I'm looking for? A condition. Like, he's good with Russell Westbrook returning under a specific condition. I want to explore that with you a little bit because I think Allen's kind of onto something, although it can be perceived as...
and actually, they went back and forth for a bit on that.
Yes, they did. It can be perceived a little bit as disrespectful. But the Kings might not need to go out and get Russell Westbrook as a point guard because they apparently are in the running for Ja Morant, or they're interested in Ja Morant.
Yes, and also, I do want to come at Carmichael Dave in that segment.
Which one? The Russell one?
About
or the Morant one?
Point guard and specifically Acuff. So I want to draw that in a little too.
Ooh,
I think he
tease.
contradicted himself a little today.
Okay, so we'll do that during the lunch break. We'll talk about the point guard position a little bit more. We'll talk about the Kings' interest in Ja Morant. Well, kind of talk about it. It feels like a Ja Morant versus Zach LaVine conversation.
I think so.
Because in theory, you could just swap them. But we'll bring up Ja Morant's contract and his situation versus Zach LaVine's situation. What's better? What's worse? What does bringing in Ja Morant mean for the Sacramento Kings as early as next season? And is that the right swing for them to take? We'll talk about that. We've got Kayla's 2-minute drill with everything you need to know about football. Bleacher Report graded all of the 2025 rookie classes, and the Kings got a pretty good grade. But Scott Perry had a comment about the Kings rookie class that stood out to me during his exit interviews. We'll revisit that and talk about expectations. And you, Kayla Anderson, put out on your story on Instagram 2 statistical categories that Nick Clifford sneakily was the best in the NBA at for the rest of the season. So we'll touch on that as well today. Our MLB mini seasons update as well. We got so much to get to on today's show, but Kayla, truthfully, with WrestleMania, of course, but with the NBA playoffs, I'm so ready for this weekend.
I know. I'm really excited. What I love about this career is that, like, if you stay in one place, it's very, very beneficial because you get to reap the benefits of, going through change like the Kings are. And I know it can be frustrating, but then it can be very, very rewarding.
Fulfilling,
if they do get to that spot. For me, who has been kind of like a traveler and have been in different places, I always enjoy new things that are challenging. And for the first time, I'm really zoned in week to week on the NBA. And so now with the playoffs being here, that's even more exciting for me that I'm going to be able to watch and pay attention to everything that's going on throughout the playoffs. So I'm jacked.
That's really interesting because we had a conversation yesterday about like the casual NBA fan and how I think these playoffs are going to capture the casual NBA fan and almost trick them into believing that this NBA season wasn't nearly as bad as it was. It's already off to a great start with the way the play-in is.
Oh, yeah.
I think before, because when you were in Tennessee, I mean, you're paying attention to Memphis Grizzlies basketball, of course.
Right, but that's like towards the bottom of the list,
right?
Matt,
compared to Titans football and the Vols,
NHL, the Vols, Vandy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, well, we're going to dive into the playoffs here. Let's get into it right now because we got the play-in that concludes tonight, and when you don't have a reason to root for a team, although I think we do have a very significant reason to root for the Warriors, believe it or not. We'll get into that in a little bit. But when you don't have a reason to root for a team, ultimately you want 2 things. 1, you want an entertaining game, which the play-in has been completely entertaining to this point. And 2, you want the team to advance that will make the first round the most entertaining.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, the Warriors and the Suns are playing tonight for the right to attempt to win a game off of OKC. Like, if they win a game, it's a win. OKC should sweep both of these teams. The question is, though, between these two, and by the way, I think Warriors Suns tonight is going to be cinema. I cannot wait.
It's going to be fun.
I think there's going to be there have to be technical
fouls. At least Dylan Brooks versus Draymond.
Have you seen the Dylan Brooks, like his pregame routine that he does?
Yeah.
Where he just stands there and like stares at the bench, the opposing team's bench.
He's such an interesting player.
God, but he's like compelling.
No, he is. I root for guys like that.
I would love to have Dylan Brooks on the Kings just to see what it's like. Although I don't know if I would have a good press conference with Dylan Brooks either. But he's so intriguing to me.
He is.
He's very intriguing. And of course, Draymond Green, I'm always fascinated with Draymond Green, even if he drives me nuts, because I think Draymond Green's perfect for the league. And people are excited.
And playoffs.
Yeah, well, that too. People are excited for a Warriors-Suns game tonight, a 7 seed versus 10 seed game tonight.
Yeah. Because
of these 2 villains going at each other next to one of the biggest heroes in the game in Steph Curry, and somehow Dylan Brooks has overshadowed the fact that Devin Booker is not the biggest hero himself, but he's a pretty incredible scorer. So I know this is a play-in game, but we have all the potential fireworks tonight with Warriors Suns. I'm very excited about it.
I think it's a really, really good thing that these 2 teams are playing each other. And I think with Phoenix and to their argument, you brought up Dylan Brooks. First of all, that place also gets rocking. It's a great environment when it's
you said you've been
playoff
there.
kind of atmosphere. Yeah. So it should be a really good environment tonight. And when you talk about anytime Steph Curry and the postseason, like it's going to bring eyes to the NBA. And at a time like this where there's been a lot of things off the court or just distractions throughout the season, I can guarantee you Adam Silver is in his office being like, oh gosh, Golden State, just keep going as far as you can.
Yep.
Keep going as far as you can. Because Draymond's one story. Like, people are just like, they love or hate him. But he also brings the villainous to the game, which is good. It's good for the game to have villains. But Steph, like, unless you're a Phoenix fan tonight, I think there's a lot of people who are like, we want to see Steph.
Yeah.
He's that big of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Of a draw for even just the basic casual NBA viewer. They're like, oh, Steph's in it? Okay, we'll watch Steph.
You're always going to be on the edge of your seat just wondering what's Steph going to do. Every time he shoots, you expect it to go in.
Exactly.
Like, it's there, in my mind, there's no question, and this is not intended to be disrespectful towards the Suns. I actually think the Suns might give the Thunder a better playoff series than the Warriors would. Better being maybe they have a chance to win a game, a slightly better chance to win a game.
Sure. Is that based on just like matchup or?
I just think they're like, because the Warriors, no disrespect.
Are you saying they're old?
The Warriors are old.
Yeah.
And they're not, they don't have depth.
Yeah.
Like, compared to a team like OKC that is just going to smother you with depth. And I don't think Draymond Green could do a damn thing against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. No disrespect to Draymond. He's one of the greatest defensive players, and he played some kick-ass defense against Kawhi Leonard.
By the way, are they going to be, that's the other thing, are they going to be tired? I know they've had a day off,
Yeah.
but that's still, like you just mentioned, an older team who kind of played their hearts out in that game.
I just think the Suns are, if Jimmy Butler were playing, maybe it's different. I just think the Suns are a better overall team. So, or just they're more complete, I guess. So that in itself, I think, would give them a little bit of a better edge against OKC compared to Golden State. I think the Thunder are either sweeping or winning a gentleman's sweep against both of these teams, by the way. But if you were to ask me, who do I think the NBA wants? You're 100% right. I think it's the Warriors. Because if the Warriors win tonight, we're guaranteed 4 more games of Steph Curry in the playoffs. Knock on wood, he gets hurt.
The NBA wants that.
And that's, regardless of if you lose all 4 of those games, you're not going to get, the Warriors are not going to get blown out in all 4 of these games. They're going to keep it close. They're probably going to lose. They're going to keep it close for some of them. You're going to have some big moments. Draymond Green's going to do, if I can't guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, well, he's not going to fake flop against me. I'm actually going to foul him. Like,
and I think it could get heated, too.
Oh, for sure.
You know? So that's all the makings of what you want if you're Adam Silver for a playoff game, an early playoff game, right? Yep. I mean, again, I don't think OKC is going much further than that. Or sorry, not OKC, Golden State.
Yep.
However, it makes for fun basketball at this time of year.
And the NBA is going to get to milk the We Believe Warriors storyline too. Granted, very different team from this year, consisting of multi-time champions Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
That's the weird thing. They haven't gotten attention most of the year after the Butler injury.
Yeah.
And then it's like we haven't talked about Golden State, and then all of a sudden, Steph's back and Golden State's back. We're
going to talk about this with Bonte Hill coming up at 11 o'clock, but I am loudly rooting for the Golden State Warriors tonight for 2 reasons. One, y'all know how much I love Steph Curry. I just want to watch Steph Curry play. I'm very much that casual NBA fan that's just like, if it's Steph Curry's playing, I'm watching. Even if I'm hate watching, I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, if the Warriors win tonight, y'all, they're out the lottery.
Thank goodness.
Get them out.
Yeah, get them out.
Put the Suns in there. I don't care. Get them out.
I'm with you on that.
Get the Warriors out the lottery. So I can't believe. No, I'm not even going to say it because it's going to be isolated and taken out of context. So you know who we want to win tonight. You know who we want to win tonight.
Exactly.
But I'm very curious, like, how Warrior fandom feels about this. Because Kings fandom, for the most...
Well, we'll have Bonte to tell us that,
exactly.
right? Bonte Hill, who will join us
Because,
later.
I mean, Kings fandom was very split in a lot of ways. I think in the moment, Warrior fan might be going, oh, it's better for us to lose, draft lottery odds, blah, 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 blah. But when you're in the moment and Steph and Draymond, like, were Warrior fans upset with how that Warriors-Clippers game ended? I have a hard time believing that, because that game was awesome and Steph Curry was Steph freaking Curry at the end.
Yeah.
And Al Horford hitting threes. Like, that was just crazy.
It was fun for me to watch and be like, whoa, okay, Golden State. Didn't know you had that in you.
And then you and I on the East side of things, I'm rooting for Charlotte because of the story. I don't think it's crazy to say that even though Charlotte's the lower seed, I think Charlotte would give the Pistons a better series in the Magic. I just don't.
I don't want to. I don't want to see the Magic.
I don't believe in them. I don't get them.
I don't either.
I don't understand that team.
I mean, again, we made fun of the joke of like there's not a ton of Magic in Orlando.
Right.
It's just kind of like they're there.
They're here.
It's kind of like a piece of stale bread with nothing on it. Like it's there. Like
look
I guess if you're
disappointed to
super
be
hungry,
there.
you'll eat it. But yeah, I'm just like there's not a lot of oomph behind it.
Because with the moves they made and the trade, especially to Desmond for Desmond Bane, and the fact that Paolo Banchero was looked at as the number 1 guy and a former number 1 overall pick, like them being a play-in team is not good.
No, it's not. And it doesn't bring any attention. Charlotte, on the other hand, I get it. Charlotte's not been relevant for a long time. I mean, when you talk about LaMelo Ball, he brings his own headlines. But as an actual legit team and a fun team to watch, that's what they are right now. And they do have the LaMelo Ball who brings a little bit of the drama, but they have Concanipple. And he's been so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And they shoot the 3, and it's entertaining. I would love to see that matchup with Detroit.
Well, but this is also one of those potential 1-8 matchups that's not like, it doesn't feel like hopeless. Like, for both the Warriors and Suns, going up against OKC in the first round just feels like you're
David
just
and
gonna
Goliath.
not even David, like a mouse and a kaiju. Like it just doesn't feel like you're going to do anything.
Ken from Barbie.
Huh?
I mean, we were talking about Barbie earlier, so I thought.
Sure. I don't know
Ken
that.
going up against the lion.
A lion? Is that a Barbie
David
thing?
and Goliath.
Yeah, Goliath's not a lion.
Sorry, I was off track on that.
Know your Bible stories. You're thinking
sorry.
David and the lion's den. No, I'm sorry, Daniel and the lion's den.
Yeah, so we're going back to David and Goliath. So it'd be Ken and Goliath. There we go.
Ken and Goliath. So a doll versus a historic warrior.
That's what it will be
Sure.
with Orlando or whatever's going up against OKC.
But on the other side, like I think Detroit deserves to be the number 1 seed. I think Detroit's a really, 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 really good team. But if there's any solace with either of Charlotte or Orlando, neither of those teams are proven either. But
No.
I would feel worse if I were those teams going up against Boston in the first round than I do, or even Cleveland, than I do against the Pistons, because there is that element of unproven plus what is Cade Cunningham
Is
when
Cade
he comes
100%
back, right?
ready?
Like
Yeah.
a collapsed freaking lung,
Yeah.
for God's sake.
And by the way, hasn't played in a few weeks, right?
And don't get me wrong, I'm still expecting the Pistons to win.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like an impossible task
There's
the same way
factors
OKC
that
is.
go into play with that team.
Yeah. Saturday's going to be a great day. Raptors at Cavs. We get to see Keon Ellis make his playoff debut. That might be painful to some. I'm looking forward to it. T-Wolves versus Nuggets is going to be, in my opinion, the best series or it's shaping up to be the best series of the
Should be fun.
opening round. Hawks versus Knicks and the battle of the old men. Rockets at Lakers. Old men being Kevin Durant and LeBron James.
LeBron.
But I mean, there's a
Good
lot of talent.
storylines.
There's a lot of talent on that Rockets team outside of Durant that we sometimes just forget
Still
about.
no point guard.
Yeah, they just kind of do their
true.
they just
Point
kind of
guard.
do their thing.
You think it would have been any different if they had Van Vliet?
I think they would have been not significantly
Yeah.
better, but they would have been marginally better.
I
And
mean, it's
that's
a
not.
legit question.
I don't think it's not intended to be like Fred Van Vliet doesn't make that big of a difference. He does,
Mm-hmm.
but there's so many names and so many guys like put the ball in my hands
Sure.
that adding another to that mix. Not that Van Vliet is a scoring first point guard. He's a playmaker, and they would have been better just because of him being a playmaker and floor general. But I mean, that's Kevin Durant, Alperen Şengün's team. Jabari Smith Jr. kind of plays a part in that. Like that team is loaded with talent outside of Van Vliet. So maybe the Rockets would have been a higher seed than the Lakers. Maybe it would have been flip-flopped. I don't think it makes that big of a difference.
Yeah.
But Van Vliet's a really good player. There's a lot of guys that need the ball in their hands on that team. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah.
Versus the Lakers, who are depleted. No Austin Reeves, no Luka Doncic, which
you
is a
think
real
Luka's
bummer.
going to be back? He went for treatment over in Europe, I believe.
It doesn't sound like we've got no timeline as to when that could be, if the series goes long or if they make it to the next round. Maybe, I don't know. We've gotten nothing in terms of like probable, doubtful. Like
That's what
we
I was
don't know.
surprised with. I know it's like been a little bit mum on that
just
whole thing.
Don't know. It's basically all we're hearing people talk about is LeBron versus KD, which suggests to me
Yeah.
if LeBron is, it's crazy to say, if LeBron is the focal point, that means it's a worse version of the Lakers. And that's crazy to say.
Yep.
But that's the state of where LeBron James and the Lakers are at right now, because even LeBron would tell you that that's That's Luka and Reeves' team. Although if LeBron were to lead the Lakers to win that series, I mean, they are the higher seed, but if LeBron were to turn back the clock a little bit, knock off Durant and the Rockets, get them to the next round, and then Luka and Reeves came back, that would be a pretty cool story, even if it's gross that it's the Lakers. Be just a different type of legacy series for LeBron in a lot of ways. So we got him, Hawks versus Knicks. Not very excited about this series. Go Mike Brown, go the Knicks. I'm looking forward to them.
Ooh, a lot on there.
Boy, a lot of pressure
on their backs.
And then on Sunday, Sixers at Celtics. Boston versus Philly will bring heat to that series no matter what. Boston should obviously win. You have the West play-in versus the Thunder. East play-in winner versus the Pistons. Blazers at Spurs. I was impressed by the Blazers. And, I mean, Denny Advia's fantastic. Love Drew Holiday. I was impressed by the Blazers.
I think they're going to have a lot of trouble.
What do they do? What does anybody do to stop Wemby? But what do they do to stop Wemby?
I mean, Denny Avdia can't be the only one that does something in that series.
I'm gonna say Spurs in 5. Spurs might sweep.
I think the Spurs might sweep.
You think so?
I really do.
Spurs might sweep. Well, we'll take the break. When we come back, according to Sam Amick, LeBron James does not want and has not wanted a farewell tour. And potentially, these playoffs could be it for LeBron. Is that just do we believe that? We'll dive into that. Plus, the conversation around LaMelo Ball has gotten a little kind of crazy, and I'm not liking it.
Are you defending him?
A little bit, because I think we're getting a little too crazy with some of the talk and criticisms around LaMelo Ball. That's all before our WrestleMania game. WrestleMania predictions from two people who don't watch wrestling with a $50 gift card on the line.
Woo,
oh yeah, let's have
go.
some fun with it. It's Friday on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but Northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Protect what matters most, your home or business, with A1 rodent proofing and pest control. That mouse in your kitchen? It's never just one. Rodents can destroy insulation, chew wires, and cause thousands in damage. Don't wait for an emergency. Call for a free inspection. A1 offers poison-free solutions, eco-friendly sanitizing, and a pest-free guarantee. Available 24/7 serving the Bay Area. Call 925-503-7271 or visit a1rodentproofing.com. Get peace of mind and keep pests out for good.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Spring is here, and the savings are blooming at Maida Subaru. Right now, Maida Subaru says yes to savings like discounts up to $6,000 off MSRP. Yes to customer cash up to $2,000. Yes to lease payments as low as $249 per month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing on new Forester Premium. And yes to financing as low as 0% APR with little or no down payment. Visit MaidaSubaru.com. Click the Maida Says Yes button and unlock your spring savings today. Call 279-201-3593 for more information.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
LeBron James is back in the playoffs, and every time LeBron's in the playoffs, doesn't matter how old he is, people going to be watching. People going to be curious. A lot of people, of course, going to be hate watching. Other people, like we just talked about in the last segment, tuning in to see, like, can LeBron lead the Lakers, who are minus arguably their two best players in Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves? Can he lead them past Kevin Durant and the Rockets, turning back the clock like it's 10 years ago, like it's 2016? Looking forward to elements of that series, to be sure. But look, we know that LeBron James is also a showman.
Oh, yeah.
We know that LeBron likes to be talked about.
Of course.
We know he likes to have his name in the news. And everybody's been, I don't know if it's quite to the level of like an Aaron Rodgers thing, but everyone's, for the last couple of years, been wondering, like, is this it? When's LeBron done? Is this it? Is he going to do a Kobe farewell tour? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Well, according to Sam Amick, LeBron James reportedly does not want a farewell tour. And it remains a, quote, real possibility that he retires at the end of this season. Mm-hmm. Every skeptical radar in my brain is going off with this, because now we're talking about it again. We're talking about LeBron. Could this be it? Every time LeBron does anything, oh my God, is that the last time? Mm-hmm. I think this is a very, I don't know if LeBron's pushing this. I don't know who's pushing this. But now there's another compelling reason to watch LeBron lead the Lakers in the playoffs. I don't believe this.
The timing is very curious. I will say.
I don't buy this. Because even if LeBron doesn't want to do a farewell tour, which I think he does, but even if he does not want to, and I'm not saying Sam Amick is lying here. I'm saying someone's probably telling him this and take it in tongue-in-cheek, and Sam's just sharing what he's heard. Mm-hmm. I think the NBA wants LeBron to have a farewell tour. They're going to want him to milk every last matchup of his. It's the last time LeBron plays in Sacramento, where he begun his career. It's the last time LeBron plays against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember all the great years. Here's a statue they're already building. Like, the NBA is going to want to milk that for 82 games and then some.
Right. I mean, the only two places he wouldn't fill the stands is Memphis and Milwaukee, but, anyway. They would boo the
hell out of him.
They really would, especially if like this next year and they play early on and it's still fresh in their minds. I think the timing's suspect. I think LeBron. There is no way anyone can tell you LeBron doesn't like the attention. LeBron might be an old, man right now, and certain things he says, and he's
very much the 40-year-old,
right? But he still likes attention, and I would still think he'd want to go out with people buying tickets and going to see him for the last time in whatever city, and the NBA would really want it. So don't let anyone fool you thinking that Silver has not gone to his camp and been like, hey, look, LeBron, we got to think about something.
We got to market this.
Right? We got to market.
LeBron's last season.
We had a tough season last year. A lot of negativity on our NBA. You don't want the NBA to look like. We want the NBA to be on the top.
Yeah.
And when you go out, you want it to have good attention. So do you want to help us?
I think the NBA would want it to be very public and very obvious that this is his last.
I think so too.
Ride versus could be.
Right.
Because the could be makes. Like, the unknown makes something less eventful and less meaningful versus I know this is the last time LeBron is playing here.
Yep.
I know when LeBron is eliminated from the playoffs, that's it. Like, that carries weight. And people talk about casual fans, diehard fans, whether you're hate watching or not. I'm watching to see what LeBron does in his last game.
Mm-hmm. And look.
Kobe.
Like Kobe. And here's the thing. Maybe for LeBron, he's now satisfied because he got to play with Bronny. And, he's tried in this final, if it was, his final season with the Lakers to make a push to the playoffs with Luka. And unfortunately, there's been some injuries at the end. So maybe he, in some weird way, will feel satisfied at the end of the season. But the way that LeBron operates, I do not see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Do you care what team he goes out with?
I kind of do.
Who does it need to be?
I brought this up.
Whoa.
Did we just have a power outage?
No, that's just my computer.
All right.
My computer just blue screened of death.
Yes, it did.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
That'll restart.
I've been pretty vocal about this, even saying that I do believe he could retire with, he could go out with Cleveland. I think it would be fitting, and maybe that's because I was up there that during that time they won the championship up there, and I know how Cleveland gravitates to him. And it would be a really nice bow on the present when it's all said and done and the pretty bow gets wrapped.
Yep.
But that's me also romanticizing the situation the way I want it to.
Rank these in order, and I think I know what number one is.
Okay.
Of teams that LeBron could go out with.
Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the LA Lakers, the Golden State Warriors.
Ooh.
Because there's a report out there that LeBron and the Warriors have always kind of been loosely connected. It's always been kind of like a what if.
What is this, like a mistress?
I don't know. Just what if Steph and LeBron played? Because Steph and LeBron, the Warriors and LeBron had so many. Or I guess throw Miami in there too. We'll throw Miami in there.
I knew
as a
you were
fourth.
going to do that. Yep.
So
yep.
Throw Miami in there as a fourth. Rank those four.
Okay.
Because there was a report.
What do you think? What I believe will happen?
No,
or
just
just
what you
kind
would
of
like.
what I would like. Yeah.
Because there's a report out there that both Cleveland and Golden State would really only bring LeBron in on league minimum deals for another season.
Yeah.
And I don't know if LeBron would. I'm LeBron freaking James. I'm not playing for the league minimum. That's how he's been at least to this point in his career.
Okay, so I do, and I just told you, I do for the storyline, and just because I have seen what he means to the state of Ohio, not just Cleveland, not just Akron, but the state of Ohio. It would be epic and poetic to go out in Cleveland. It just would.
Yeah.
So that's at the top of my list. And by the way, I actually do like Cleveland fans. They're small market. They're really into their basketball. I like them.
LeBron apparently doesn't like going home anymore. He said.
And LeBron, I guess, dissed on his own hometown. So
old man Bron.
It's not bougie enough for him. So Cleveland's at the top of my list. Now, I'll put Golden State in there.
Number 2?
Just because
oh boy.
I want it to get like a soap opera the last season for him. I want there to be just people hating on him.
You want him to go out as a villain?
I want him to go out as a villain, kind of. I want it to just drum up that type of energy in the league because it would be fun. And it would actually draw a lot of attention to the league. After that, I'm going to say Miami, just because it would be always fun just to have him in a different place. Miami's a place that everybody would like to, that has money at least, would probably want to retire, including probably LeBron James. If he's not in LA, why not be in Miami?
Right.
And again, that's an organization that is very well known. It's ran by Pat Riley. It's a good organization. The Lakers last just because I want something different.
Yeah.
I don't want him to end up in LA. That's boring.
You don't want him to go out as Hollywood Braun?
No, and what have you really done in LA?
I mean, you're going out as that's Luka's team.
Exactly.
But if you go to Golden State, you're going out as a member of Steph's team.
But it
at
would
least
bring
something
so
new.
much drama.
Oh, it would be like, it wouldn't be at the same level as when he joined Miami, but there would certainly be really, really, Bron, this is what we're doing.
What if he did the whole announcement thing again? Could you imagine?
Oh boy, he would just lean into the bit. I don't care, I am evil.
I think he would do it too, because you saw him when he wouldn't he doubled down on the whole Memphis-Milwaukee statements. He's just like, I'm 40-something years old. I want to sleep in a nice place.
I'm just saying.
I feel like he'd do it just to do it.
He could just get a nice place in San Francisco, but his family still lives down in L.A.
Sure.
He's in California.
Easy.
There's something there. Well, I have to get my computer figure out. We no longer have the text line because I logged in on mine and realized nothing is logged in. But we do have the WrestleMania game still coming up next. We're going to break right now. Matt's WrestleMania game. We're going to have Kayla and Anthony make their WrestleMania predictions. They have no idea about anything WrestleMania, anything WWE, and they're going to make their predictions based off of 3 different categories. And whoever predicts the most matches correctly, well, you get a $50 gift card on Monday. That's what's on the line. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento Electronic Supply Company, on the eve of America's 250th anniversary, this July 4th, salutes our greatest heroes, the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, who have dedicated and sacrificed to protect our nation through their courage and valor. This message, courtesy of Sacramento Electronic Supply Company, located at 114270 Sunrise Gold Circle in Rancho Cordova, serving Sacramento over 80 years. Distributors of Datacom, telecom security products, and industrial electronic parts and components.
If you're serious about getting better at golf, start with the fit. At Hagen Oaks, everything begins with total game fitting. The TrackMan Player Performance Studio analyzes your swing to match you with the right clubs. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball for your game. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And with FootJoy's 3D foot scanner, you'll walk the course in shoes that actually fit. From driver to putter and even what's on your feet, Hagen Oaks fits every part of your game. Total game fitting, only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait, and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Kohl's, spring style starts with the season's best shoe sale and continues with 15% off the rest of your looks. But with great outfits from Kohl's, what happens next is unexpected. Strangers ask where you shop. The breeze feels like it's blowing just for you. Your kids pose for photos willingly. Yep, great spring outfits can do that kind of thing. Find yours at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end April 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Help, Mother's Day's almost here and I have nothing for Mom.
Relax, sis. Just shop JTV. I already got Mom a gorgeous gold bracelet.
JTV, like jewelry, television, isn't that
amazing? Yes. They have thousands of gift and jewelry ideas, and their prices are unreal.
Okay, but how unreal are we talking?
Right now, new customers get $20 off your purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com. Use code DEAL20 now.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Because I'm the mean sister.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
In conversation with Dr. Bob Jones IV, I asked him what the most significant contribution his grandfather Bobby Jones had made to the world of golf. Jones IV replied that there's no part of the game as we know it today that was not in some way influenced by Bobby Jones, and called him the most singularly important individual to have played the game. Why do we have 4 major championships? Because Bobby Jones won 4. When the professionals wanted to add a 4th professional major, they chose the Masters, a tournament founded by Bobby Jones on the course Jones built at the club he co-founded. Jones IV says the USGA's highest honor is the Bob Jones Award for Sportsmanship. Bobby Jones changed equipment, he changed golf writing, he created golf instructional videos in 1932 that are still state-of-the-art today, and he did all this without forgetting the average golfer. No part of the game has not had the mark of Bobby Jones, says his grandson Bob Jones IV, and no argument here. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
It is WrestleMania weekend. 2 nights in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. You got Saturday night of WrestleMania, and then Sunday night. They've split it. There used to be one stupid long show on Sunday that was like 6 hours long.
Oh, geez.
And they split it in half, night 1, night 2, which is really
smart.
Good. It's way better, especially when, like, there was a WrestleMania a couple of years ago, phenomenal WrestleMania, where night 1 Like the same wrestlers in the main event wrestled on both nights, but in different matches. The Rock was involved. John Cena was involved.
Oh, cool.
It was awesome. I love the 2-night thing. But obviously, I'm into it. I like it. Kayla, Anthony, you guys don't watch it.
I don't. I mean, I know, like, basics.
Yeah.
But
Perfect.
that's all.
That's all you need.
That's all I know.
That's all you need. That's all you need to make your WrestleMania prediction. So we're gonna make this a game. We're gonna have fun with this. And there is a $50 gift card on the line for whoever predicts the most matches correctly.
All right.
So we're gonna break this into 3 rounds. The first there's 3 matches in each round.
Okay.
The first round, it sounds more complicated than this. The first round is just pictures. You are going to see pictures of the 2 wrestlers facing each other.
Got it.
And you are going to make your prediction of the winner based off of these wrestlers. Now, feel free, both of you, to ask questions about the wrestlers if it helps you make your prediction. If you're curious, anything like that, I'll answer what I can that I don't think is like too far into like, which one does WWE think is more popular or stuff like that. We won't go that far, obviously, because believe it or not, it's not real.
Dang it.
But we still love it. All right, round 1, the first match that we are doing is Seth Rollins, also known as Seth freaking Rollins, the Visionary is what he's called, versus Gunther. This is the man.
The rabbit?
This is the man, Gunther. I realize I have to show you the pictures.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it on the screen? No. Okay.
Well, it is going to come up on the screen, but it'll be a little bit delayed for us. So this, Kayla, is Seth Rollins.
Oh, I know who Seth Rollins is.
Okay, that's Seth freaking Rollins.
He's actually really, like, smart sports guy. He's a Chicago fan.
He is a very big Chicago Bears fan, correct. And this is Gunther.
Oh, God.
That is Gunther.
He looks angry.
Goodness.
So it's up on the screen right now for our YouTube viewers and radio audience. I apologize.
God.
This is just the first round. The other ones will be a little more good for the listening audience.
Oh.
But
he needs a facelift.
So, wow. Honestly, let me show you how Gunther used to look.
Okay.
Because Gunther has lost a ton of weight.
Maybe that's why. Because, like, in his face, you can tell.
For everyone listening, Gunther's wearing no shirt, but what looks like a trench coat. We can't see what's going on below, like, his chest.
Holy smoke!
That's what Gunther used to look like.
Oh, it is a trench coat.
Yeah.
And he used to be way larger.
So
for him.
He is known as the ring general. That's what he's known as. He is very much a bad guy. This is the guy that retired John Cena. So he beat John Cena in his last match. He made John Cena tap out. He also beat another wrestler in his last match, AJ Styles, earlier this year. So he is very much the bad guy in this match.
The career ender.
Ender.
Basically, but he's known as the ring general.
Okay.
Gunther.
What is Seth Rollins' like recent success?
So Seth Rollins was a bad guy. And then he is kind of like an anti-hero bad guy because his faction, which was called the Vision, turned on him.
Okay.
But he became, that Vision started by him turning on another one of his friends.
Right. And doesn't his wife wrestle?
Yeah, Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebecca Quinn, also known as Becky Lynch, she wrestles. She has a match at WrestleMania as well.
Oh, wow. All right.
So, make your choice.
Look.
Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Gunther, I don't like the name. Good for you for losing weight, Gunther. You look great. But I got to go with my boy Seth freaking Rollins.
Kayla's taking Seth Rollins. Anthony, you can as well, or you can go Gunther.
I'm going to go Gunther because of the career-ending aspect. It's WrestleMania. I don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins, but like a big childhood memory. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but a big childhood memory for me was when Shawn Michaels lost to The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
And those like career-ending matches are always a big deal. And if that's his thing, I don't see how.
Well, for the record, I don't think he's ending Seth's career.
Oh.
But Seth did.
Maybe.
Seth did just come back from a pretty significant injury.
That's true.
Okay.
But
I'm still going Gunther.
I'm going with Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay, so your picks are in. Seth is also involved in a feud, kind of low-key with somebody else, too, which makes me think somebody else is going to get involved in this match and cause him to lose.
Oh, God. Don't say it's Pat McAfee.
No, it's not Pat McAfee. Okay, match number 2 in the first round.
Okay.
This is for the women's championship. You've got the champion, Jade Cargill.
Ooh, I kind of like Jade.
Jade Cargill.
Does she have an accent?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Jade Cargill versus, I will tell you this, she's arguably the biggest star, period, in WWE right now, Rhea Ripley.
Oh, I've heard about her. Didn't she smash someone's face into a screen recently, like in a promo video?
Probably.
I think
what they do.
It's wrestling.
Who's the really pretty blonde?
Which? Well, there's a few.
She's like, I guess the most natural looking.
Tiffy Stratton.
The most natural.
Not Charlotte.
Blonde.
Not
no,
Charlotte.
it's not Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair. No.
If you said her name, I might know, but I think she smashed her head into a big, and she actually had like
Liv Morgan. Might be Liv Morgan.
It's Liv Morgan.
Yeah, probably Liv Morgan.
It's Liv Morgan.
So.
Oh, okay. Who's the villain?
I guess Jade. Yeah, Jade is the heel, but she's the champion. Rhea Ripley is definitely the babyface, but she's also kind of like an anti-hero because she's goth and
so
scary.
Rhea's like the goth and everything.
Yes, and Jade's a beast. She's a phenomenal athlete.
I know. She's got like big biceps.
And she is the champ. So
they both are wearing all black with spikes for context.
I know.
They seem aesthetically at least similar style for everyone listening.
Okay, so which one's the goth one?
That's Rhea.
Okay, that's Rhea, and then the other
Jade
one
is the champ.
I like Jade's attitude.
Kayla, yeah, Jade's attitude is very Kayla.
I feel like Jade and I would get along, man.
Okay, so she's going with the champion.
And she's got the I like the makeup. I like Jade.
Who are you going with, Anthony?
I don't know either of them, but I'm feeling like if Rhea's like a baby face, and I don't know how long Jade has been champion. Maybe it's like a time thing. Like finally, like we've all been rooting for it.
She's a first-time champion.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm thinking that the championship's changing.
Okay,
I'm going with Rhea.
You're going with Rhea. All right, and Rhea's been a champion in a handful of WrestleManias over the last few years. So Anthony is going Rhea. So good. Both of you are on opposite sides.
I know we're taking
so far.
opposite sides.
All right. So that's match 2 in pictures. The final one is, and this one's fun. I'll share the context with you after, though, because it'll influence your decision. Jacob Fatu, also known as the Samoan Wolverine.
Okay.
Against the Scottish psychopath.
Ooh.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
These are great names.
Both of these guys have phenomenal stories.
Okay.
But I will influence you with one of their stories, so I'm not telling you until after.
So I like the Samoan culture. At Washington State, we had a lot of Samoan, the Polynesian, like came over and played football there. I just love it. I love the culture. I could imagine he has a really good story to go behind it. Them some big boys, too.
They are big boys.
I'm going to go with that.
All right. Jacob Fatu for Kayla.
Yeah, I'll just go the other way. I mean, they both sound really cool to me. The Scottish psychopath is what
Drew McIntyre is one of the best bad guys in the business because he brings it into real life.
Well, look at his damn smirk.
His entire social media is very bad guy. He's very smug. Drew has a really, really cool story because he was in the WWE years ago when he was super young, and he was like, Vince McMahon loved him.
Yeah.
And so he was called this like prodigy.
Okay.
And then it didn't work out for him. So he got fired. And then he built himself back up in the indie scene, got welcomed back, and since then has been a multi-time champion and absolute beast. So he's completely revived his career.
So you get fired?
Oh, yeah.
Like if what? You just don't bring enough attention?
People don't care, don't know how to use you. So that's Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu is part of the Samoan dynasty. He's connected with The Rock, Roman Reigns, all the Samoan superheroes of wrestling, part of the family. He was in jail for a bad, mistakes that he made in his youth.
Oh, wow.
I don't know the very specifics of the story. I just know that element of it. And the most important thing about Jacob Fatu, he is from Sacramento.
Let's go!
All right.
Jacob Fatu is from Sacramento.
Let's go!
Big Kings fan. There's a good chance that Jacob, walking into WrestleMania, will be wearing a Kings jersey because he does that a lot.
Freaking awesome.
That's cool. All right.
I'm excited.
I picked the wrong one. My bad.
That's okay.
Okay, so that's round 1, which is pictures. Now, round 2, of course, in wrestling, it's storytelling. And the stories can get weird, especially if you have no idea what the hell's going on. So the next 3 matches, I will give you a synopsis of basically the story, and you have to pick which side you think is winning. Okay, so we'll start with this match. This is a tag team match, 3-on-3 tag team match.
Goodness.
2 internet celebrities, including one that went from funny vines to a full-time WWE contract, team up with an actual wrestler and call themselves The Vision. They take on Samoan twin brothers who are considered to be one of the best tag teams of all time, and a wannabe Stone Cold Steve Austin whose catchphrase is, yeah.
What?
Which side are you
Like
taking?
stop into a Slim Jim? Yeah.
That's him.
And he's an actual, like, he's
a
been
wrestler.
a wrestler. And the other two kind of came into it.
The other
after
two have
being
been
internet stars.
Well, the first side is 2 internet stars and an actual wrestler that call themselves the Vision versus 2 tag team Samoan twin brothers who have been one of the best tag teams of all time.
Oh.
And the guy with the catchphrase that says, yeah.
Give me that.
You're taking the twins and guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
I'm going to go internet celebrities because I think that the WWE likes to make people mad. And I'm sure that they're probably the bad guys.
It does.
They are indeed the bad guys. And the 2 internet celebrities are Logan Paul, who's actually a full-time wrestler. And he's really good. And the other internet celebrity is iShowSpeed.
Okay.
Oh, God. I'm going to lose this one just because they want the internet.
I think
they
that
want
they got
the internet celebrities.
So the twin brothers are the Usos. They're way over, and they're one of the best tag teams ever, and everybody loves them.
I hope they just sit on
And then the guy I don't like, but his name's LA Knight, and people like him for some reason.
Can I see him?
I don't like him. Yeah, I could pull up a picture of LA Knight for you.
And he's kind of goes off the whole, like, the whole theme of what it.
Yeah, he's like, he's just a bad.
He's annoying.
He's a bad version of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
All right, we're going to have to go long on this segment,
Oh,
too.
yeah, I kind of don't like him,
Sorry,
but oh well.
All right, we have to speed through this.
Oh, well.
Next one. They were best friends. The mentor taught the student. The student then left the WWE after being used in dumb ways, including a superhero named Stardust. That student went on to dye his hair bleach blonde and start the rival wrestling company known as AEW. He then left, returned to WWE, got pushed to the moon as the new John Cena good guy, and now the mentor, with the help of Pat McAfee for some freaking reason, has embraced the voices in his head and is hell-bent on winning his 15th World Championship.
Okay.
Voices in the head.
You're going.
I think I know. I don't know this match, but I got the.
Oh, it's 2 different. You had just said 2 different.
So
ones.
yes, it's the mentor is the voices in his head that's working with Pat McAfee, and the mentee, the student, left WWE, came back, and is now like the new good guy.
The first one.
You want so you guys are both taking Randy Orton.
Yes, I am.
Over Cody Rhodes.
There we go.
Okay, and then we have they're both old, but they're cool. And if we're honest, they're the best we've got right now. They are the biggest match of the weekend. One guy's notorious for speaking his mind. He's from Chicago, talks a lot of smack, and got his ass kicked in the UFC a couple times after he left WWE. Then he made his triumphant return. Now he's the world heavyweight champion, and his beard is more gray than black.
Oh.
He takes on the Tribal Chief, the guy that carried the WWE for years, especially during COVID. He's the biggest star in the company. His aura is unmatched, and he's blatantly a part-time wrestler because he's good enough to be. On the mic, one dominates. In the ring, the other. And there's some real hatred in this match.
So I don't know where you separate.
So it's either the old guy that left the WWE, came back as the champion that is really good on the mic, versus the Tribal Chief who carried the WWE for years and is one of the biggest stars, if not the biggest star in the company.
Give me the second one.
You're taking the second one.
I'll go first, just to split it.
Kayla is taking Roman Reigns.
Oh, I like Roman Reigns.
Anthony is taking CM Punk.
Ooh, I love CM Punk.
See, well, there we go.
Okay, so the third round, and this is the most fun round. This is completely based off of entrance music.
Yes! Are we playing it?
We are playing it.
Let's freaking go!
Here is the first wrestler in the first match. Anthony, we're just going to go long on this. I apologize, but here we go. We're going to have fun with it. Here's the first wrestler of the first match. There's a part of this that I will add.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop that trick.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Whoop
okay.
that trick.
You've told me about him.
Whoop that trick.
I think I saw him this morning on ESPN.
He indeed was on ESPN. That's his opponent.
Okay. I'm literally basing it on music. And I like a lot of music.
Just on music.
But y'all know what my style is.
Uh-huh.
And number one, That's my style.
Yeah, the first one was way better.
That's my style.
Sorry to whoever's music is the second one.
Both Kayla and Anthony are taking Trick Williams over Sami Zayn.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I love it.
Sami Zayn is Mr. Ska. He's fun.
Okay.
All right, the next match. So this wrestler has his normal wrestling persona.
Okay.
And he also has a persona known as the Demon.
Okay.
And the Demon usually only comes out every once, very, very rarely. But we're expecting the Demon
to come out.
in this
Okay.
in this WrestleMania. His opponent. You'll get kind of a hint here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's not. No.
You're on the right track. What you're thinking, you're on the right track.
As a kid, there was someone with that name. I don't think that he's currently doing it anymore. Or he might not even be. I'm going to go 1.
Give me the second
The Demon is a crazy thing to come out semi-frequently. I don't know what that means, but I'll go there.
Anthony is taking Finn Balor. Kayla is taking the son of legendary wrestler Rey Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio.
Also known as Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
And he's one of the best bad guys in the
Let's
business. He's
go.
phenomenal.
I remember him as he was there as a child.
Yes,
I
that is
like
his son, Dominic
Okay.
Mysterio. He is in wrestling world. He is Liv Morgan's boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
really?
Yeah, it's hilarious. He's a phenomenal bad guy.
Okay,
Everybody
I
hates him.
like my pick.
Okay, the last one. This is what I'm most
Okay.
excited about. The final match. There is context to this that I have to add to. We have to let this one rock for a little bit. This is the match I'm most excited for this weekend. Oba.
Oh, yeah.
Oba.
Yep.
Oba.
Okay.
An entire
Yep.
arena
Okay.
chanting that as he walks down to the
I
ring.
do not know
Okay.
this one.
Versus
Oh.
you'll know this name. You will know this name 1,000%.
Oh.
But you have to pick the music.
I like that second music.
I do too.
I'm going with it.
Shoot.
Anthony is going this current theme,
Yes.
I gotta go the second one.
and Kayla is going as
I
well.
gotta do the second one.
You are both taking. You're not going with the ruler Obafemi,
I know, which I've
who
heard
is
of this
my
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
This guy's young, he's new, he's phenomenal,
Yeah.
and he's huge. Versus, you guys are both taking
Brock.
freaking Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's who you guys are going with.
I do like that entrance music though.
I also think
that
Brock,
got me.
I think Brock Lesnar's losing, by the way. I think they're going to push Oba to the moon because he's that
it.
good. But Brock is a great pick as well. All right, that's our WrestleMania game. We are way late for a break. We'll take the break right now, and we'll have Bonte Hill joining us next. It's Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Russell Peters, Relax World Tour.
I go, my parents are from India. She goes, oh, India. See, I knew India. Indian people, you have a big eyes and long eyelash like a cow. Wow, 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 wow.
Saturday, April 18th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know what to do. I just tipped her one, thank you, bye-bye, and I left.
For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Russell Peters, Relax World Tour.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
Now through May 3rd at Big O Tires. Get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Hankook, or Pirelli brand tires with installation purchase. Book your appointment online today. Disposal fees extra, not covered with other offers. See your locally owned Big O dealer for pricing.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Thank you, everybody, for humoring our WrestleMania game that we had to play. It's WrestleMania weekend. We never talk wrestling on this station. We never talk wrestling on this show, and there's a reason for it. But a fun game right before WrestleMania. And we'll see between Kayla and Anthony who gets the most match predictions correct and wins a $50 gift card. We'll find out on Monday. We are efforting Bonte Hill. Looking forward to chatting with the great Bonte. He is the pre- and post-game host for Golden State Warrior broadcasts. He's essentially the Deuce and Mo of the Golden State Warriors. That's what he does on NBC Sports, and he joins us right now. Bonte, my friend, listen, it's the play-in. I know it's not necessarily what you guys are used to over there, but you got still a big game for the right to get swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder on the line. You know, I'm talking my ish here from Sacramento, where we're far out of the play-in. But how are you, my friend? How much are you looking forward to tonight's Warriors versus Suns game, which I think is going to be a banger?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a banger too. And I was just going to say, man. By the way, Kayla, good to see you too. Hear from you. I was going to say, you guys would die to be in a play-in right now. You guys have what?
Been there, done that, man. We're good.
One play-in appearance, and then one postseason appearance in 35 years.
40.
Diapers last. Yeah, 40. All right. Yeah. No, I got love for Sacramento. Let's not start off lightweight. No, look, listen. It's hard to get up for the play. I'm not going to lie to you guys. My buddy Guru was shirtless on Instagram after the game against the Clippers. I'm like, dude, this is a 9-10 game. For the right to play in an 8 or 7-9 game or 7-10 game to go to the playoffs. So, yeah, it's not what we're accustomed to down here in the Bay Area for the last 14 years. But, yeah, no, it was a good win. It was good to see some growth from the youngsters like Guy Santos and Brendan Podzinski. Steph, we know, is always going to be Steph. When he's on the floor this year, he's averaging 27, 28 a game. But then Draymond Green's defense on Kawhi Leonard, that was impressive. Mm-hmm. Kawhi Leonard's one of the best players I've seen live. Basically hold him scoreless in the fourth quarter. He scored a little meaningless layup in the last 30 seconds. That was as impressive as anything I saw on Wednesday night. So, yeah, tonight's going to be a banger. You got two teams that don't like each other. Gillespie and Draymond's gotten into it this season when Draymond got ejected. We know about Dylan Brooks and Steph, Dylan Brooks and Draymond. So, yeah, it's going to be heated tonight in the Valley of the Sun.
Bonte, when it comes to this last game against the Clippers, it was interesting because you saw Golden State go through some lulls in that game, and then it's like they were right back in it. Was there any point where you thought, oh, shoot, they're done?
Absolutely. I mean, think about the way the game started. It was 12-2 right off the rip.
Yep.
And then the Warriors answer with a 12-2 run. And it was like the ultimate game of runs. The Clippers would go up 11. All right, the Warriors would cut it to 2. Clippers would go up 13. And that's when I felt, Kayla, I was like, okay, all right, now the Clippers are going to make their push. Kawhi hasn't even got going yet. They're up 13. And next thing you know, the Warriors cut that 13-point lead to 2 in about a minute and 37 seconds. I was like, what? That was fast. And when Curry re-entered the game, they were down 10, 98-88. Next thing you know, it's 197 Clippers. You're like, wait, the Warriors have a shot here. This is kind of insane. So there was moments in that fourth quarter I thought, okay, the Clippers are going to make their push. Kawhi get going here. The Warriors are done. They fought hard. They played hard. But this is the appropriate way to end the season, losing to the Clippers. And plus, they had lost 9 straight in L.A. to the Clippers. So everything was going against them. And honestly, in the way that they won, I'm shocked. I mean, you would have told me they turned the ball over 20 times, give up 35 points off those turnovers, miss 8 free throws, and their bench gets outscored by 15. Yeah, I would have said the Devils would have lost by 15 points. And yet they win that game. So that's probably the most shocking aspect of that win Wednesday night.
Well, I'm watching that game in the fourth quarter on Wednesday night, Bonte, and I'm seeing Al Horford raining 3 after 3 after 3, and all I'm thinking of, this looks familiar to where he was when he was wearing green, and he was doing this at the expense of the Warriors in the finals in that run. Now to get that on the side of the Warriors, I guess how much fun or how crazy was that for you seeing Al Horford, who, of course, that center position's been a major question mark in and out of the lineup like a lot of guys have with injuries. But here he is raining threes in the biggest moments to help win that game in the play-in.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, here's the crazy part. Whenever Al Horford goes crazy from the three-point line, I'm always wondering why teams defend him the way they do. Like, he didn't take a dribble in the fourth quarter. If I'm Ty Lue, if I'm Jordan Ott from the Phoenix Suns, if I'm any one of these coaches in the NBA, make Al Horford dribble the basketball. Like it's just insane that he gets these spot up 3-point shots when you know he's a 3-point specialist. So I mean, to see him go crazy like that, yeah, they needed it because he was having an awful game, and this is why they signed him to the 2-year deal with the player option, of course, because that's what he does. He hits standstill threes, and he's got the smarts to be in the right spot at the right time. And once he got hot, I mean, how about this, though? Ty Lue playing Brook Lopez 37 minutes. And if you look at that fourth quarter, the Warriors basically ran every one of their actions towards Brook Lopez and involved him in the action. I mean, at some point, you got to make an adjustment and get Brook Lopez off the floor. But, hey, as Warrior fans, we're not going to complain about that. We'll ride this wave and watch Al Horford hit these threes. So, yeah, what a night. But, again, why would any team allow him to just stand at the three-point line and spot up and shoot? Make him dribble.
That's some Kings defense right
there.
Yeah,
right? Goodness. Golden State Warriors TV host Bonte Hill joining us on the Matt and Kayla Show. I'm curious as what it's like with the fans down there, because you've got, like you said, the play-in game. It's like, oh, okay, how much excitement is there really? And then there's obviously an opportunity if they did lose to possibly get a lottery pick. So where are people lying in terms of those two things?
Man, well, if you go to the online fan, it's all over the place. I don't know if we want to go there. Social media wants Steve Kerr fired one day. We want Draymond traded. We want, Steph to be shut down. I mean, I've been in that world. I thought with the way they were playing down the stretch, I mean, they were struggling to beat the Brooklyn Nets and the Wizards at home. And I thought, okay, maybe you just shut Steph down. And, after the Moody injury, and obviously Jimmy's been out for a while, you know what? Let's just run this next year and make sure Steph's healthy. But they brought him back. And, I'm happy they brought him back because what a joy it was to watch him in that second half Wednesday night score 27 of his 35 points and rain threes all night long at the Intuit Dome. But Warrior fans have been all over the place. Is it Steve Kerr's last year? Is he coaching his final game? What do you do with Draymond Green? Is he going to opt into his player option at $27 million? What's going to happen with DeAnthony Melton? There's all Kristaps Porzingis. What do you do with him? What's his market? Do you pay him $15 million a year, knowing he's probably only going to play about 50 games? What do you do there? So the Golden State Warrior fan experience right now is a straight up roller coaster. I mean, we're all packed with Pepto-Bismol. we're yakking left and right. I mean, it is a roller coaster ride, whether it's online or just a Dub fan walking down the street here in the city of San Francisco saying, what's going to happen tonight? And my answer is, I have no freaking clue. No clue what's going to happen with this team. So, Kayla, we're all over the place.
Well, we can relate here in Sacramento because the last couple of months were the tanking versus winning with purpose conversations here. And there's at least a relief that it's over to some extent as we hold our breath till draft lottery night on Mother's Day of all freaking days, Bonte. But listen, I'm happy to tell you this. I'll tell you this with glee. I'm rooting for the Golden State Warriors tonight because I don't want your ass in the lottery at all. Get out because it would be so perfect. Oh, Steph Curry gets this first-round pick all of a sudden. AJ DeBonsa walks in, or they trade him for Giannis Antetokounmpo or something dumb this summer. So I'm definitely against that. But the other side of it, too, is in terms of, I'm thinking entertainment value, Bonte. And you know how much the NBA needs these playoffs to be good after the way this season was. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe the Suns might have a little bit better of a chance maybe against OKC, although you might disagree with that. But to me, if we're guaranteed 4 games of Steph and Draymond versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the Thunder, that's compelling. I'm in. I'm watching, even if it might be 4 or 5 game series.
You know what? I now, Matt, you got me. As soon as I get off this call, I'm going to look to see who's assigned to this game as referees.
Ooh.
And it's a good, wow. Now, because you're right. I mean, who would we rather watch? Stephen Curry and the Warriors? Or Dylan the Villain, Devin Booker, and the Suns, who might get smacked in four? Both teams not beating OKC in a 7-game series.
Sure.
But who has the better chance to win at least one game? Maybe the Warriors can steal one. But you're Adam Silver thinking, this is my cash cow, man. I got Steph, I got LeBron, I got KD. Actually, I got all these dudes in the playoffs. I can live with the postseason without Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks. There's been a great story in Phoenix, but let's get Steph in here. So with that said, don't be shocked if Dylan the Villain picks up 2 quick fouls in this game. And all of a sudden he has to sit for a 10 to 12-minute stretch. Well, don't be surprised if Jalen Green just all of a sudden starts clanking and gets called for some offensive fouls, who, by the way, Jalen Green, in 14 career games against the Dubs, is averaging 13 points and shooting 31% from the floor. He has been awful against Golden State. From an entertainment standpoint, I could see some whistles going the Warriors' way tonight, just to ensure that, hey, they got a better shot to make the first round of the playoffs. Because as an entertainer, who's a better entertainer than Stephen Curry in all of sports over the last decade? There's not many. Messi, maybe. Mbappe, I wouldn't even put him on that list. There's no Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Steph Curry's on that short list of all-time entertainers, especially over the last decade. So, sign me up for more Stephen Curry. And I think Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is saying the same thing. I want more Steph.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Bonte. And especially, we talked about this on our show the past week or so, with all the distractions throughout the NBA season this year, it's got to be music to Adam Silver's ear to kind of get the play-in games right now, maybe setting up for what we see in the playoffs. How big is it for them to really blow out these playoffs? And I mean in an entertaining aspect and good games.
No, Kayla, you're on it, because with a great postseason, because some of the matchups that we have brewing, that we Denver, Minnesota first round.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Houston and the Lakers. You get KD versus LeBron with Luka looming in the weeds, trying to return from a hamstring injury. Adam Silver's like, yes. Then you look at the Eastern Conference. I'm intrigued with the Hawks and the Knicks, no doubt. Toronto's sneaky with Cleveland, even though that's going to be the NBA TV series. We all know that, but that's a nice little series there. Philly, Boston has some roots to it, some historical roots. So then you get to the second round of these playoffs, man, you're going to get, what's Detroit going to do?
Yeah.
If Detroit, this is great. Boston and New York in the second round, possibly. Maybe it's the Hawks who upsets the Knicks. Who knows? But then you get to the second round of the West, you may get Denver and San Antonio.
Yep.
Wemby versus Joker. So these playoffs, Kayla, can wash away everything that we talked about in the regular season. Tanking, non-tanking, load management. Are the good teams even good? The play-in tournament, it's a sham. What about the in-season tournament? Get rid of it. A great postseason run over the next 2.5 months can have every NBA fan feeling good. And then we can all point to saying, hey, the ratings are actually up in the regular season. Hey, the streaming devices aren't so bad. Hey, we can rock with Amazon Prime and NBC and Peacock and all this stuff. So, yes, the NBA league offices are salivating for a great postseason run. And I think we're going to get it this year because the matchups on paper look juicy this year.
Well, you know as well as I do, Bonte, nothing hits different or hits quite like the Warriors versus the Kings in April. And going back a couple of weeks, we had a couple back-to-back games where the first game, I'm sure you had some fun with this, or I'm sure it was a major talking point for y'all, the intentional foul of Seth Curry heard around the world, the blatant tank job, and of course, Draymond Green talking about it after the game and the life that took. And then game 81 had no business being as entertaining as it needed to be, or as it was inside of the Golden One Center between the Warriors and Kings. And of course, the Warriors, they were tuning up for the play-in in that game. The Kings are just playing for the hell of it. But what did you make of those two matchups and how the season ended, at least between those two?
Yeah, well, Tuesday, and Chris Mullin has said this all year. He's like, the Kings are not tanking. They're actually trying to win games. It's just not good, unfortunately. And Matt, I get, the whole Westbrook and back and forth, and I thought you handled yourself well as a professional. Look, part of the beef from afar was, why are we playing the vets when we're not going anywhere? Yeah. That's where it stems from. They were trying to win games. They just weren't good enough. So when Tuesday night happened and everybody's going crazy down here in the Bay Area, I was actually off that night, and I was just thinking, I don't think the Kings were trying to lose that game. I think they wanted to upset the Warriors and spoil it for them. So when Friday happened, when they met a few days later to go to One Center on our pre-show call and on our pregame show, I mentioned and said, hey, there could be some carryover from Tuesday night. And in that third quarter, bam, Devin Carter runs through Draymond's chest. Then they retaliate. GP2 retaliates on Devin Carter. So I knew a brouhaha was going to happen. And honestly, I was a little more disappointed in the Warriors for behaving the way they did in that quarter. I thought it was just a little beneath them. You don't have to go stoop to that level. You're a championship organization. You hold yourself to a championship standard. You don't need to be mocking these guys, man. You're better than them. You know what I'm saying? Look who they're playing. The Kings are playing Daquan Plowden, who I like, right? They're trotting out. They got rookies. Nick Clifford, who I like. And Clifford's nice. Ray No's nice. But come on, guys. So I thought it was, to me, from this side of it, I was a little disappointed in the Warriors angle. I was like, guys, come on, man. We're trying to get our game right. You're trying to get into a rhythm. It's a dress rehearsal, and the Kings are taking it to you. That's what we should be worried about. The Kings are running up and down. They're up 12 at the half. They're lighting up from the three-point line. So it may have been entertaining up there, but me personally, I was a little disappointed in the way the Warriors handled themselves, especially that Friday night at the Go to One Center.
You didn't like the Dylan Cardwell bark, and then Draymond started barking back at him? Russell Westbrook loved it.
Dude, it was WWE-ish. I get it. But I'm like, man, we're trying to get right here for the play-in tournament. It was wild up there. But you know what, though? It's good. We need this rivalry in Northern California. A few years ago, Kayla, I know you weren't here in Sacramento, but, man, we had so much fun with the Warriors and the Kings in that seven-game extravaganza. The play-in tournament game where the Kings blew off the Warriors and Clay walks off the floor without hitting the field goal. I mean, we need this rivalry to be heated back up. We need the Kings to be good. We need the Warriors to be good simultaneously. But, yeah, it was a lot going on, and I thought it was unfair for people to kind of pile on the Kings and, you know, guys like Bill Simmons looking like an idiot saying, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, you probably shouldn't speak before pressing the mic or pressing the microphone power button on. Just chill. You don't have to get that takeout so quickly.
So, Bonte, we're going to talk about this in just a while in our show. I'm interested to get your perspective and just your take on it. So, Ja Morant is possibly a guy who they could bring in here. We've talked about the point guard position. We don't know if Russell Westbrook is coming back. We don't know what the heck they're going to do in the draft. Maybe if they get an A cuff, you know, they wouldn't do a move like this. But there is a possibility that Ja Morant could come here. In any way, form, shape, or fashion, would that work? And would you be a proponent of it if you were a Sacramento Kings fan?
You know, it's hard to get free agents up there. I get it. I understand it. So you got to make moves like this. You got to swing for it. I'm sure, I don't know if you both have watched the Jailblazers doc on Netflix, where basically they're like, look, we got to make trades. It's the only way we're going to get players up here to Portland. We have to swing for the fences. And so depending on where you guys land in the lottery, you know, because A-Cuff is nice. I do love A-Cuff. I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody, you don't like him?
Oh, no, he's my guy. I've been a proponent of him for like 3 months. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm an A-Cuff fan. I know everybody's hyper-focused on the defense, but dude's dropping 30. Like, the guy is legit.
Yep.
I love Devanta. I would stay away from Peterson. But depending on where that pick lands, and if you do get an A-Cuff, then you pivot, and you look for some size. Maybe you look for some wing depth. You try to figure out something with Keegan Murray and maybe get the top tier 2 guard or something. But if you don't get that lottery pick in the top 4 or top 5 and you can't get A-Cuff or you can't get one of these point guards, then, yeah, swing for the – I think Ja, look, he's got to redeem himself.
Yeah.
And I'm down on him right now, but he's an explosive player when he's on the floor. He can get to any spot on the floor. His three-point shot has gotten better. I've seen a lot of Ja over the last couple of years just with those Memphis Grizzlies go to, say, Warrior games. You make that move if you're Sacramento if you need a point guard. Why not? Ray No would benefit off of him. I think Keegan would benefit off of him. Now you say, what's his locker room dynamics going to be? You got a guy like Doug Christie, you got Scott Perry. You have to bet on your culture to say, hey, Ja, man, look, Sacramento will love you.
Yep.
You could be the king of Sacramento. They will love you. And if you redeem yourself, all of a sudden you're back on national television. All of a sudden you are the talk of the league again because the NBA tried to make him the face of the league, and he blew it. So depending on the pick and where you guys land in that lottery, I wouldn't say no to a Ja deal in Sacramento. I really wouldn't. He's a good player. He's a really good player.
Bonte, let me sneak in one more really quick. You've been so gracious with your time. We appreciate it. Last offseason was boring as hell, and I'm hoping this offseason is not the same way, but it feels like the league is going to be waiting on one thing and one thing in particular. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I know the Warriors want to be in the mix with that. In terms of like pinning your hopes on that versus how much the Warriors, Dub Nation fans are paying attention to that, like how aggressive do you think the Warriors are going to be in their pursuit of Giannis this summer?
They're going to be aggressive in every big name out there, Matt.
Yep.
That's just the way Joe Lacob rolls.
Yep.
And one time he came to the studio when I was at 95.7 and came working in the afternoons. And he came to the studio. Now, I'll never forget this. This is when they had Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and Steph. He said, look, I have 4 All-Stars right now on the floor. My goal is to always have 4 All-Stars on the floor. The names may be different, but I want 4 All-Stars on the floor. Now, that may not be possible with today's CBA and the restrictions and the first apron and the second apron and everything going on with the tax. But Joe Lacob's going to swing for the fences. He made the call for LeBron James a couple years ago. He's probably going to make another call for LeBron James. I don't think they were close on the Kawhi deal. That's just from what my sources have told me, and I know some people down in SoCal. I don't think they were close on Kawhi, but I know they definitely called about Kawhi. So whether it's Giannis, LeBron, any big name out there, the Warriors will call about that, and the Warriors fans will be begging for that. So they will be very aggressive. And I think, Matt, to your point about the CBA and the offseason being boring last year, I think teams are still trying to figure out, organizations are trying to figure out how to navigate through these first and second aprons. What can we do? What can't we do? Okay, let's get off some of these contracts here. And I think now these organizations are starting to get a better understanding of how to navigate and maybe trade within these rights of the CBA. So you see Utah trading for Jaren Jackson Jr. out of nowhere. I didn't think they were going to do that. So what are they doing in Utah, knowing that they're going to have a top pick? And now they got some bigs, and they got marketing. They got a young guard in Keontae George. I think teams will be a little more aggressive this go-around because this league is a little more wide open than usual. Like, sure, OKC's this cream of the crop, right? But they can be had. San Antonio, we haven't seen them do it yet. Denver has flaws. Houston has flaws. You look at the Eastern Conference. Does anybody believe Detroit's coming out the East to represent that conference in the NBA Finals? I bet you everybody's putting their money on Boston, a team that we all thought would rebuild this season. So this league is becoming a little more wide open, which is what Adam Silver wants. He wants it a little more like the NFL with a lot of parity. So I do think we'll see a little more movement this offseason, Matt. I think we will be entertained. Like, what's going to happen with Philadelphia? They're going to keep Paul George and Joel Embiid. So things are going to shake, and you better believe the Warriors are going to be aggressive. Now, whether they land one of these big fish, I have no clue. But they're definitely going to be aggressive at trying to land that big fish.
Bonte, you're the best. Tell Joe Lacob over there we got a nice fresh Zach LaVine here for you. For whenever
on
you're ready.
ice.
Whenever you're ready, man, we'll package it up for you. We'll even transport him over. How about that?
He wouldn't even give up Kuminga for Zach LaVine, man. Have fun with that. Doesn't he have a $47 million play option or something like that?
49, but that don't matter.
And a bad attitude.
49. Oh, my God.
That don't matter. You can pay that. Come on, Lacob got that in the bank.
Hey, Matt and Kayla, Zach LaVine opted to that when he was in Chicago.
Yeah.
that equals dry Chicago player option. It's already done.
You're the best, Bonte. Enjoy the ride tonight and potentially further. We appreciate you. Looking forward to chatting with you again in the near future.
Matt, Kayla, you guys are the best. Thanks for the time. Thanks for having me on.
The amazing Bonte Hill, of course, one of the voices of the Golden State Warriors of their pre- and post-game host on NBC Sports covering Warrior basketball, as well as all Bay Area sports. We'll take the break. When we come back, let's have a conversation about Russell Westbrook and address some of the things that our good friend Alan Stiles was saying on yesterday's Drive Guys episode. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Friday forecast. We'll see mainly sunny skies and less wind. The wind's going to be easing as we head through the afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful seasonal day with temperatures peaking in the low 70s, dropping back to the upper 40s overnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive so you can stop worrying about them and invent new things to worry about, like snakes in your bedroom. Sure, that sounds incredibly irrational, but now that we've mentioned it, you are a little worried. The odds of one snake, let alone snakes plural, are so slim. But you might want to check. Oh, you're not near your bedroom. Guess you'll just have to sit there and worry about it. So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento River Cats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your River Cats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
It's no secret the world feels unpredictable lately. One thing will never change. Hoblet's mission to nuke high prices. Right now, and only at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland, you can get 4.99% financing for up to 84 months on all new vehicles in stock and keep every factory rebate you qualify for when you finance with Hoblet's preferred lender. That's 4.99% financing and you keep all the factory rebates you qualify for. Not one or the other like other dealers are offering. Only Hoblet has fought to get you a deal this good. Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 4.99% APR available on select new vehicles in stock while supplies last. Pricing and savings may vary by model and trim. Financing on approved credit through Hoblet Preferred Lending for well-qualified buyers. $60,000 max finance, approximately $14.14 per thousand finance. Residency restrictions and lender membership requirements may apply. See dealer for details.
Protect what matters most, your home or business, with A1 rodent proofing and pest control. That mouse in your kitchen? It's never just one. Rodents can destroy insulation, chew wires, and cause thousands in damage. Don't wait for an emergency. Call for a free inspection. A1 offers poison-free solutions, eco-friendly sanitizing, and a pest-free guarantee. Available 24/7 serving the Bay Area. Call 925-503-7271 or visit a1rodentproofing.com. Get peace of mind and keep pests out for good.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with N&S Tractor and Case Construction and Courtyard by Marriott Sacramento Cal Expo. More info at citvfest.com.
Sacramento Electronic Supply Company on the eve of America's 250th anniversary. This July 4th salutes our greatest heroes, the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, who have dedicated and sacrificed to protect our nation through their courage and valor. This message, courtesy of Sacramento Electronic Supply Company, located at 114270 Sunrise Gold Circle in Rancho Cordova, serving Sacramento over 80 years. Distributors of Datacom, telecom security products, and industrial electronic parts and components.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Big thank you to Bonte Hill for joining us here on the show. Bonte, it's always fun to talk trash with Bonte.
He's great.
Kayla, when it was Kings Warriors that were playing, picture this time of the year. This exact time 3 years ago. I mean, we were talking ish to each other back and forth.
Sure.
Bay Area versus Sacramento.
Yeah.
It got not between myself and Bonte necessarily, but between the fan bases, it could get pretty hostile.
But that's what you want.
But it was some of the most fun I've ever had. And
Absolutely.
I think Warriors fans will act like it was beneath them, but they had a blast as well. It was special. It was fun. It was different. The series was fantastic. Yeah. Everybody who watched the series enjoyed it, whether you were a fan of either team or not.
Yeah.
It was just all 7 games were great. So I hope we get back to that because it's always fun to kind of revisit those memories with Bonte and then, of course, to talk about the Warriors' approach to things.
Oh, sure.
I'm fascinated with how this summer goes, of course, for the Kings, but with the Warriors in particular, who they're going to hunt for because they're obviously all about right now we got to send Steph Curry out on top. Let's give him one last opportunity and give him another star to pair with. So the Warriors are going to be intriguing in that sense. And, of course, they play the Phoenix Suns tonight in a game that I think is going to be really, really interesting. But the Kings have plenty of decisions to make, too, this summer. Coming up at noon during our lunch break, so in about half an hour, we're going to talk about the reports that the Kings are apparently rumored to be in the mix once again for Ja Morant. That's going to be a name to monitor for the Kings this summer. Under what circumstances does that make sense? Is that the right swing for the Sacramento Kings? We'll break down and jump into that. That's, of course, a point guard conversation. But another major point guard conversation for the Kings is what about Russell Westbrook? You had Scott Perry very clearly say, like, I would love to have Russ back. He's always welcome. And Russ
and he
said,
immediately was like, "Oh yeah,
yeah." And Russ is all like, "I'll come back if as long as they want me, I'll be back," type thing. But I think Russ would rather play for probably a better team, especially if they were offering him more money. I think the Kings.
But is that realistic anywhere?
I don't know.
You know,
I think the Kings will always have like a league minimum deal out there for Russ, and that might be all he gets. I have no idea what Russ is going to get, no clue. But Alan Stiles, so I mean, I want to set this up a little bit too, because Alan and I actually agreed on a lot of things with Russell Westbrook this season. Y'all know how I felt about the amount of times that Russ was shooting, the amount of playing time that the veterans were getting a couple of months ago. How the season ended, and I'm not just talking about Russ sitting out the last 8 or whatever games, but the maybe 10 games before that, maybe not that many, we started seeing Russ pivot to more of a playmaking. He still shot the ball at times, but it was significantly less or noticeably less than earlier on in the season. He was getting teammates involved more. We know how much Maxime Reynaud benefited from the pick and roll with him. So it became very clear, okay, this is a different version of Russ. This is kind of the mentor version of Russ and the playmaker version of Russ that the Kings, the young guys, very much benefited from. And DeMar, you could also put in that same category with the stuff that DeMar DeRozan did. That side of Russ, I'm a big fan of, and that side of Russ, I would be happy to have back. But I think that plays into Allen's point. Allen essentially said, I would be good with Russell Westbrook coming back under the condition that he plays essentially less than 30 minutes. Yeah. There was also, I think he said after Turkey Day, which is
I think he wanted to see around like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's like, after Thanksgiving, he's not getting 30 minutes a night. And they talked about the circumstance of if the Kings were to draft a point guard, the circumstance if they weren't. I heard the morning show talking about this morning, and they were very much like, if you draft a point guard, there's no point in bringing Russ back. And I'm kind of the opposite. If you draft a point guard, I want Russ here to maybe mentor him.
I do too. Plus, you need depth.
But Allen doesn't like that idea because Allen's like, he's not a quarterback. It's not the same thing as Kirk Cousins for Fernando Mendoza. You don't see that as much in the NBA, and I understand his point.
Sure, but if he chooses to come back under that premonition.
Right, well, but that's the thing. In my mind, we know Scott Perry likes Russ, would be happy to have Russ back. As long as there's a clear understanding of what your role is here, I'm good with it. And that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be games where Russ is like, well, Russ, we need you to shoot the ball because we've got injuries or nobody's hitting shots or we need to get going.
Too.
Right. But I understand Allen's overall point, which is like you don't want Russell Westbrook to come back and the Kings are healthy to start the season, knock on wood, and you get the version of Russell Westbrook that we got at the beginning of this season where he's taking a lot of threes. He's looking for his, while Domas is looking for his, and whatever other veterans, because Zach LaVine might still be here looking for his. At that point, you're getting a little too close to running it back for my liking. Yeah. But if you were to tell me the Kings moved on from DeMar DeRozan and Malik Monk, brought back Russell Westbrook on a league minimum deal, if there is an understanding of what Russ's job is here, which is to continue the development of the young guys, while also, hey, go out and get some more records and do it in a Kings jersey and let's celebrate that. I don't know if for a full season I'm okay with that, but at least to start, I guess I can get behind that.
I don't know if you remember, but I actually brought this up several weeks ago.
Oh, so Alan bit off you? Oh, yes. Alan, you got some explaining to do.
Because I remember you actually agreed with me, and you're like, you were like, as long as there is a stipulation laid out or stipulations laid out by management and of what his role would be. Now, we didn't get into minutes, But that was definitely a conversation, and I was on that train of absolutely, if Russell Westbrook does get re-signed here, it has to be under conditions.
Yeah.
And now whether or not he agrees to those, I don't know. But you have to do that as a general manager. You have to lay that out, because as much as you like Russ and you love Russ, you got to make sure you know, like, Russ, you're probably going to play second fiddle at that position to maybe if we draft a guy, you're definitely going to. But maybe if they don't draft a guy, they bring in a guy like Ja Morant, and I don't see a Westbrook coming back.
If you're bringing Ja, there's no point.
Yeah, so there's different ways to look at it. But if he was brought back in some sort of way, it does have to be a role, I think, that is more so like a backseat role. And then if needed, like you said, if needed at times or whatever, Russ is going to be Russ. But that's also part of knowing that you're coming back to a place like this. Your role's different than if you're going somewhere else maybe. But at this point of his career, I think he knows that.
Yeah.
And I really think he in some way appreciated the way that maybe he changed things up towards the end of the season and was able to help the youth. It's like, it's not really helping the team just to play iso ball and like to just continue to do the Russ thing the entire rest of the season. Like, it helped the team and it helped the youth to be able to assist a little more and to be able to share the ball.
I think it's less like hard caveats like he can't play 30 minutes a night versus more like eye test thing. Like if Russ is coming in and let's say he starts the game and he takes 4 of the first 5 shots. We've seen him do that.
Exactly.
That's where I would expect Doug to go, okay, Russ, appreciate it, but I mean, I know maybe you're cooking. And if he's 5 of 5 or 4 of 4, all right, cook.
Yeah.
Quarter is yours. But like, let's get the ball moving a little bit. Like it's like an eye test thing. It's circumstantial. Sure. Putting like hard, you can only shoot this many times, or you can only play this many minutes. I don't think that's fair or that'll work because Russ might have a certain. What do you mean I'm on a minutes restriction? I'm perfectly healthy. Screw like that. I think that just invites a problem. But there's 2 scenarios in which Russ comes back. Scenario number 1 is, like I talked about, the Kings draft Darius Acuff Jr. Russ, your job here is to prepare him as a point guard, teach him how to run that 2-man game with Maxime Reynaud. But it's very clear, very a la Kirk Cousins, Fernando Mendoza, hey, if you do your job right by December, Darius Acuff Jr. is starting. You're passing the keys over to him.
Yep.
And you're the 6th man. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
That's one scenario. The other scenario is the Kings take Caleb Wilson. Well, they need a point guard. Russ, you're going to be our starting point guard for the entire season. You're still there to help Caleb Wilson along. You're still there to get him involved, but you're going to be holding down that position as a placeholder again for another year unless we address that position elsewhere at the trade deadline or whatever.
Yep.
That might be more appealing to Russ, and there's still a mentorship level to that, but still, that doesn't mean Russ is coming in and leading the Kings in shot attempts.
Sure.
He might be the starting point guard for the entire season.
Let me then throw this in, because we just kind of agreed with if Ja were to come here, Westbrook is gone. We've got the chat being like, we actually think Westbrook could guide Ja in a different direction. And I'm like, I just don't know if I could see that working, because Ja's kind of set, at least in, I'm not saying he couldn't come here with coaching and culture and change kind of like the attitude of where he's going with the game.
Yep.
But the play and like, I don't know if that would work because Ja's in a way a veteran.
Yeah, we can talk about this more at noon. It's not the exact same thing, but that gives me Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook, spooky
a little bit
vibes. Nah, I don't think you need to do that. And Ja is not a moldable, flexible young player. We'll talk about Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook, and all this more coming up at lunch break. Right now, though, we'll take the break because coming up next, it's time to pick a side. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Buying golf gear is easy. Buying the right golf gear? Well, that's different. At Hagen Oaks, they don't just sell equipment, they fit your entire game. With TrackMan technology in the Player Performance Studio, your clubs are matched to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball that performs best for you. Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio dials in your stroke, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds correct shoe size for your feet. It's a smarter way to play better golf. Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Now through May 3rd at Big O Tires. Get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Hankook, or Pirelli brand tires with installation purchase. Book your appointment online today. Disposal fees extra, not covered with other offers. See your locally owned Big O dealer for pricing.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
It is time to pick a side on a Friday. Lots to get to and pick a side. No time to lose. Hey, Anthony, take it away, my friend.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Let's take a look.
You ready?
Ravens are the newest to reveal new uniforms.
Yes.
Helmets is catching positive reviews. Do you like it or not? And let me get that up for our YouTube viewers.
Anthony's going to throw up on the picture of the new uniforms.
He's literally going to throw up on it. It's that. So I wanted to bring the helmet specifically because, to be honest with you guys, the unis are not much different.
I was going to say, they look the exact same.
I'm just like, okay, Ravens. But there is a helmet that looks a little different that they're oohing and awing about. So I want to know specifically with the helmet, are we about it or not?
I liked the look of it.
Okay.
It was just missing one thing in particular. A snake.
I was like, where is this going?
They needed a snake on it somewhere, or, just like turn the jersey into a bunch of snake skin scales or whatever, because there are a bunch of snakes for how they treated Max Crosby. You know what they should do? What they should have on the back of the jerseys, they should all have a target on there, because Max Crosby, the first chance he gets to play the Ravens, which won't be this season, I don't think.
Right.
But the first chance he gets against the Ravens, he's going to
knock
right
someone out.
Yeah, he's going to destroy them.
Absolutely.
So, or just put the GM's face somewhere on there and just
that'd be perfect.
But I do like I do like the helmets. They're cool.
I actually, and now my thoughts towards the Ravens. I'm definitely jaded. And I had no opinion about the Ravens before. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, they're a good franchise, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't like these.
Really?
I know I'm going to be, like, the heel in all of this, but I know the black gets a lot of people. People like the matte black.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Raven looks either high or he's got major allergies.
So he's got red eyes for context.
Like,
which is
sorry.
cool. It's like Edgar Allan Poe Raven.
No.
It's kind of ye old,
I
medieval.
think it looks kind of cheesy.
Demon Raven.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
I don't like it.
I'm about it. By the way, Raven side note, and this might be something for you to sneak in or work into 2-minute drill a little bit later on. Did you see what Zay Flowers said about John Harbaugh's practices leading to people getting hurt?
I kind of saw something when I was scrolling through X last night.
Yeah, so Zay Flowers he said on a podcast, basically the Fourth and South podcast, he basically said like John Harbaugh's practices are the reason why players are getting hurt.
Woof.
So that might be something for the 2-minute drill, but just another Ravens thing for us to touch on at some point.
Dang, New York Giants, you gotta figure that out up there.
Yes, Cam Scattaboo's all about it. He don't care.
I know, he's like, well, Dart too. Dart had 3 concussions on his own last year.
We were hurt. Might as well just keep going.
Jeez Louise. Did you like that, Anthony, or not?
I can't tell if I like it or not. I like the actual helmet. I don't think I like the new logo. I think I'm with you.
I know, it's the logo that gets me.
I like the helmet a lot. If it was the normal Ravens logo, for context, it's like a fully matte black helmet with some like stripes on the top that are a little bit glossy, and then the Ravens logo is like facing you.
Yeah.
Like from straight on. It's like when you watch like a cartoon and they face, they're supposed to be facing sideways. Like in my brain, and then when they look at the screen,
birds
you can see,
only look sideways.
It looks like Big Bird. It looks like Big Bird that like maybe got got into some like illicit material.
I think so too. I think he's he's got some rubber cement or something that he's been working on.
It's Big Bird's villain art. Well, see, I like this because it's very gothic. It's very gothic, medieval, evil Raven.
That's why you like this? Who are we kidding ourselves?
But imagine if it was the normal Ravens logo that was just like kind of blacked out. Like it would look so much better.
Yes.
I think.
You're both wrong.
Okay.
Well, no, we're not. Okay, moving on.
Wait, I'm outnumbered. No.
Yes.
Bam says LaMelo Ball hasn't apologized to him. He will or won't. I also have the audio.
Yeah, let's hear it.
LaMelo said after the game that he was going to try to touch base with you and apologize. Did that conversation happen, and what did he kind of say to you?
It didn't happen. By that time, I was in the shower trying to figure out what I was going to do next. Just obviously everything happened all at once. And I wanted to be out there. So, at some point I'll see him again. We'll have that conversation and we move on.
Will they though, or will they not? I don't. Listen.
Christmas Day game, Heat versus Hornets tomorrow or next year?
To me, then that's worthless. Like, I was listening to some of the analysts this morning on ESPN about this too, and I agreed. I was like, okay, you should have just done it like after the game. Like, it happened, go apologize.
Or just text the dude. You can get his number.
Text the dude, reach out to your people, have your people hook you up with that. To me, you've kind of already waited a little too long.
Yeah.
And then if it's next season when you play again, I'm sorry. I'm like, see you, bro. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. Like, just a quick little apology. If I were LaMelo Ball, that's what I would have done. But of course, I'm not in the league or anything.
We've been talking a lot of WWE today because it's WrestleMania weekend, and there's a term in wrestling called receipts. When you do a move a little too hard, if you actually hit somebody, you get what's called a receipt coming your way, which means you get a shot coming your way too. Bam Adebayo has a receipt coming for LaMelo Ball. Now, hopefully it's not something that really hurts him, but there might be a hard screen coming the way of LaMelo Ball, or like an illegal screen where he throws the hip or the knee out a little bit to trip LaMelo up. There's a couple of guys in this league that have receipts coming their way. Lou Dort has some receipts coming his way if the Nuggets and Thunder ever meet in the playoffs. So, at this point, an apology doesn't really matter. They're going to handle it on the court next season. We'll see how it goes. Fireworks.
I don't know if they were ever friends to begin with.
Right.
Like, I don't think that off the court, if they were friends, then I'd want my friend to apologize to me or like talk to me about it. But if they're just Like, they play basketball. Just next time they meet, they'll probably have some words.
Everybody is very team Bam Adebayo on this,
Because
though.
I think people,
Like, a lot of people want to see LaMelo get his butt kicked.
Well, LaMelo's always, like, just rubbed me wrong. Like, I just don't really like LaMelo.
Yeah.
Like, I like the Charlotte Hornets story as a full, like, storyline this year, but I still don't like LaMelo Ball. He bugs me.
Did you guys see him throw a mop bucket onto Con Knipple after
No!
it wasn't
That's
like
disgusting.
But it was like he did it as like they pour water on each other when they like do a thing, but he like picked up a dirty mop
You
bucket
don't
and
do
dumped
that,
it.
LaMelo. Okay,
He's just like a child.
I'm sorry.
He smacked the crap out of the little the Hornets mascot. He whacked him.
I don't think he has much going on up here.
He's just a kid. He's just a spoiled
Just
kid.
a kid.
No, I'm not saying that as an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm saying like he is a kid.
Yeah,
he acts like a kid.
Yeah, like, bro, like, we've entered the world of you're an adult now.
Absolutely.
Goodness gracious. All right, this one is funny.
Jackson Smith and Jigba wore a size 12 at Ohio State and had hamstring issues.
Oh, yeah.
Seattle switched him to a 10.5, and the problems went away. Do you believe it? This is shoe size?
This is shoe size. It's going ballistic on the internet, guys. So much so that they brought out, remember when you'd like go to department stores and they'd bring out those big shoe measurements and they'd measure
Yeah.
so this is like a running thing now on the internet. But this is real.
So
like
his
this is a
shoes
real
are
thing.
too big?
So
he was
when-
flopping around in
Right.
oversized shoes?
Right, at Ohio State.
The hell?
And then, props to our great training staff up there in Seattle that they got him on the right shoe size, 10.5.
Relax.
And look,
He
like
went to Payless.
JSN hasn't had problems since. I don't know if I believe that fixed the hamstring issues.
It's hilarious. I love it though.
But it's hilarious.
No, I love it. You know what? I'm onto this. Check the shoe size of every freaking San Francisco 49er.
That's what I was thinking.
Check them all.
I was
Hey,
thinking that.
Nick Bosa, what's your shoe size? We're
I
figuring this
know.
out. You've destroyed your knee
Ricky
twice.
Pearsall?
Ricky, yeah. Ricky, you got shot. What's your
Yes.
shoe size?
That had to be it.
I'm telling you guys, I seriously do think though that they should just like make them all measure their feet and get the right
This is
shoe
the
size.
new thing because remember with in baseball ABS they actually got the
Yes.
real measurement of these players.
Correct.
Now it's all shoe size. These
Exactly.
guys are all frauds. You
Yep.
say you're a size 14, you're really an 11.
Exactly.
You
We know
fraud.
what you're doing. Just like you're trying to up your height, now you're trying to up your shoe size.
Oh, you know what they say? Big feet, big. Oh well.
Exactly.
Overcompensation. What do you drive? A Hummer?
Exactly.
Shout out to Hummer drivers out there. I'm just messing with y'all.
Do those even exist anymore? I
Yeah,
never.
they got the crab walking one, right? It like goes sideways.
Oh,
They
what?
do?
Yeah, like LeBron's in the commercials. They like park themselves
Is
like
there
sideways.
an all electric
that's
Hummer?
funny.
Yeah,
There
that's
is?
the one that I'm talking about.
An
yeah.
all electric Hummer?
Oh, that's funny.
What does that thing get? 3 miles when you charge it?
Yeah. Probably.
The battery of that thing's got to be just ginormous.
That's simply
Least AA.
ridiculous.
Or AAA. No, AAA smaller.
I guess we'll save my other one for on Monday.
I was looking forward to this one, but
That's okay. It's a good teaser.
it was the shoe story. The shoe story threw us off.
That's all right.
We'll take the break. When we come back, it is lunch break, and we're diving into this Ja Morant Sacramento Kings conversation. The Kings reportedly are interested and will revisit these conversations. There's a scenario that I want to explore with y'all that actually would make a lot of sense, and I don't know what it would mean for the Kings next season, but they might be maybe good. I don't know. I don't know. Just a scenario. We're doing it for lunch break. It's coming up next. It's Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work, trucks, and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your time for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Switchfoot Live. Friday, April 24th, 7 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley. With Fuel. And Lit. And Thomas Ian Nicholas. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. One incredible night with Switchfoot, Fuel, and Lit together live.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
It is lunch break time here on Sactown Sports. A Friday, lunch on a Friday is just, you're almost there.
I know.
You're
By the way,
there.
I'm stuffed.
Although a lot of people take a lunch on Friday and then just don't come back.
Well, that we can't do that.
Wish we could do that.
Yeah.
And just walk out. Yeah,
There's too much food in here today.
I know. Donuts, breakfast burritos. Oh, there's still donut holes left.
There's a whole box of donuts.
Well, we have to leave it for the afternoon show or they're going to cry about it. And then they're going to take them all home.
Yep. We got to leave that. We don't want to get in trouble.
It is the lunch break. It's your time to call in, be a part of the show, 916-339-1140. You can call or text that number, although I don't have the text line up right now. I'm not going to lie to you. My computer completely crapped out mid-show. We're doing fine. You can also be involved on the YouTube comment section, Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who is over there watching on a beautiful Friday here in Sacramento. TC, I see you on hold. We'll get to you in just a second. We're pivoting the conversation to Ja Morant to the Sacramento Kings. We know, because it was widely reported, that while the Memphis Grizzlies were shopping Ja Morant when they were doing their fire sale at the trade deadline, of course they traded Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Utah Jazz, that they were also looking to move on from Ja Morant, and he was floated out there, and some teams were interested, and there was a lot of Ja Morant to Miami potentially. That's where Ja theoretically wanted to go. But the Kings were interested with the, I guess, caveat that, hey, yeah, we'll take Ja Morant if you want to essentially pay us to do it. If you want to give us a first-round pick, we'll happily take Ja Morant off your hands. Let's figure this out. Obviously, the Memphis Grizzlies are like, no. No. Why would we do that? So now, according to a couple different reports, there was an article written on ESPN about Ja Morant that mentioned this. The Sacramento Kings are expected to be one of the teams that are once again revisiting conversations. I think Sam Amick said something similar when he was on with Dave and Jason yesterday before their conversation with Scott Perry. I don't know if it's still under the pretense of, hey, we'll still take a first-round pick if you want us to take him. I think that ship has probably sailed because I do think there's gonna be some sort of market for Ja Morant out there. For context, Ja has 2 years left on his current contract after this season. He's owed $42.1 million next season, and then $44.8 million the following season. So there's 2 years, 2 full seasons remaining, not including this one.
Yeah.
2 seasons left.
Yeah.
Again, those numbers are less than both Domantas Sabonis and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine has a $49 million player option next year for a 1 year. He's an expiring deal.
Just nuts.
That money comes off the books. Domantas Sabonis has 2 years left on his deal at, I believe, like 46 and 48 million. But let me just bring that up just to confirm. So when we're talking finances, I know we're a little jaded here in Sacramento because of these big contracts, but it's not like he's paid a lot. Yeah. Okay, so Domas is paid $45.4 million next year and $48.6 the following. So Ja Morant is a few million cheaper per year than Domas is the next 2 years. So here's the scenario. This is a scenario where I'm okay or open to this playing out, resulting in Ja Morant coming to the Sacramento Kings. Let's explore this. Tell me if you like this or not. Listener and Kayla and Anthony. Let's say the Kings finish the draft lottery. Let's say they finish with the 3rd or 4th pick. They don't take a point guard.
Yep.
They take Caleb Wilson. They take Darren Peterson, Cam Boot. Although I don't know if you want Darren Peterson and Ja Morant playing together.
I don't.
So let's say that you're walking out of draft day with either Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson, or of course AJ Devonta, which would be number 1 overall pick. You still need to address your point guard position. You still need your point guard of the future. What if you were to take the expiring deal of Zach LaVine? And I think TC actually brought this up yesterday. I'm glad TC's on hold. TC's like, hey, you're stealing my idea. This is kind of what TC talked about. You take Zach LaVine's expiring deal, you go to Memphis and go, look, let's just swap this.
Exactly.
We will take Ja off your hands.
Yeah.
We will take the extra year of Ja's money off your hands. You get Zach this year. He's an expiring contract. You can use that however you see fit. If you're able to move on from him at the end of the season, you can just let him get buckets in Memphis, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the year, he's done. He's off the books. We'll take Ja off your hands. Call it even.
Yeah.
I don't know if it perfectly works financially. I'd have to get into the weeds of it.
Sure.
But regardless, you're talking pretty similar in terms of money. Again, Ja was 42 did I say next year? Double checking. Yes, 42 next year. Zach is 49. So maybe it's Ja and some change from another player for Zach. Okay. Whatever it needs to do to get it, just essentially a star swap. I'm open to that if I'm the Sacramento Kings. I don't know how much I like the idea of Ja Morant as your future point guard going forward, but what I like about Ja Morant compared to Zach LaVine is I know, one, Zach don't want to be here, and I know it doesn't work with Zach here.
Yeah. You've already seen it.
On the other hand, I know I need a point guard, and I don't know whether or not it would work with Ja. But if you were to do this, if the Kings were to walk out of the...
It'd be a 2-year experiment.
Yes, you get a 2-year experiment, and you can sign him to an extension if you like it.
Exactly.
Or he could walk.
Right.
But if if this is the scenario where Domantas Sabonis is back, you went out and got Ja Morant for Zach LaVine, and you drafted one of those rookies, this team could compete for a playoff spot next season.
You're not wrong.
A lot of it would have to go right, but now they're in the conversation.
Yeah.
And that's a very aggressive and interesting offseason for Scott Perry if he were to pull that off.
One thing I know right now from talking to some people over in Tennessee, and a good friend of mine, Teresa Walker, who is an AP writer, has been for years and has covered the Grizzlies closely, is they are just trying to get him the hell out of there. The relationship's broken up. I don't know if you've seen on X, but it has been reported that Ja's pretty much already said he's not a Grizzly.
Yeah.
It's the divorce is almost finalized. Yeah. So I think moving him will be a lot easier this summer. And I do feel like a change of scenery could be really, really beneficial for Ja. Let me be the first to tell you, I've never been on the Ja Morant train.
Okay.
In terms of when we brought this up this year. when he was tied here earlier. More so for the fact that the injuries scare me. And he has not been on the court recently. And the biggest thing about bringing in a player as your point guard is making sure he's available. Because it's not going to mean anything if Ja's not available. Like, then you're back in the same issue with what you were last year with injured players. So you have to be willing to make sure he is healthy enough and ready to go. And it's not guaranteed he's going to stay healthy, but at least that he is ready to go coming in to this next season, because he's dealt with his issues. But some of that could have also been Ja just didn't want to play.
Yeah.
You know, I like, there's a lot that goes into the Ja Morant situation. But I will say this. I do think Ja could benefit from a fresh environment.
Very much so.
I do believe he'd actually be a fit here in terms of the community. I know that sounds weird, guys, but he's a smaller town guy. He is not some big city guy. I saw someone saying the other day, like, he would never fit in Sacramento. No, you're totally wrong. He went to a small college. Memphis is a small market. He could become very beloved here if he came here and played ball. And I think he'd benefit from the staff. So with saying all of that, I'm not totally against it. But they've got to make sure that they feel he would stay healthy enough.
I have a follow-up question for you in those lines, but I know TC wants to hop in and be a part of this conversation. So, TC, welcome into the show. I know I bit off a little bit of your idea from yesterday about the Zach LaVine, Ja Morant swap, but what you want to add to this?
Nice. Hey, it's all good. What's up, Matt and Kayla?
What's up?
It's all good. If you remember, Matt, I was kind of talking about this during the trade deadline last season. This is around the Ja Morant Zion when everybody was like, TC, you kind of tripping, man. You kind of tripping. And I'm like, how am I tripping? It seems that every Kings fan forgot about who Ja Morant was. And I know that he has his issues, but if we brought him as a point guard here, bro, we're cooking. That's cooking, and then you build around that, right? So you swap Zach LaVine for Ja Morant, right? And you can make the money work, or you can get creative and go, all right, you know what? You don't got to send us a first, but you know what you do have to have? You have to take Zach LaVine and Devin Carter. But you can send Ja Morant and Brandon Clark back, right? And I'm with you. If we come out of this summer, we're moving him for Ja Morant, right? Zach LaVine for Ja Morant, drafting a Caleb Wilson, and also moving Domas to Toronto, bro, for number 20. How isn't that a winnable offseason? And that's, you bring all them pieces back and work together, you can sneak into playing next year. I'm with you with that, man. I know we're moving quick, but these are like legitimate, bona fide moves that we're talking about. We're not talking about backyard moves. We're talking about actual moves. Ja Morant, Domas traded for another first-round pick. These are like real moves, not like video game moves that can make your team better. That's all I got, though. Thank you, guys.
TC, appreciate you. Happy Friday. I actually, gut feeling is if the Kings were to trade for Ja Morant, I kind of feel like they would not trade Domas.
I don't think they would.
Because you'd have
No, I don't think they would.
I know it's expensive, but you'd have two guys for the next 2 years that you essentially have a 2-year run with. Does this duo work?
Yep.
And if you're trading for Ja Morant and adding him to a rookie from this class, I think the Kings, it's not like a forget the rebuild type thing, but I think the Kings in their mind could go, if we handle this the right way, we could compete as early as this year, but we're not going all in for that with short-sighted stupidness. We've got a young rookie. We're focusing on developing, but we might be good enough right away, or maybe we're not, and maybe it takes us another year or whatever. Like that's a lot different to me. Using a Zach LaVine to get Ja Morant is way freaking different. People didn't understand this. Way freaking different than using a draft pick to get Ja Morant.
The money works too.
Yeah, the money works.
Like straight up, if they don't need to add anything either of them.
Listen, Zach ain't working here. Ja ain't working there. Swap it. You get 1 year less of your commitment, and you can decide what you want to do. And you could even use that contract to take on bad contracts from other teams and get draft assets out of that. You can use it in your own way because Memphis is going full-blown rebuild right now.
And I don't think Zach stays there eventually. Like I think he's out of there.
And count his money and leave.
Year. But that's the same thing you could look at, like you said, with Ja here. Like, it's not some dragged down long-term situation. I think 2 years is actually an ample amount of time to figure out, like, is this working or not? And again, you're still kind of rebuilding in a way. Like you're building other things up. You're drafting, you've got picks like in the first round the next couple of years. Like you said, you got your new guy in. So you're not really bogging down your organization. You're just kind of waiting to see if it works or not in terms of those two bigger contracts in Domas and Ja.
So I have two questions. First question, and you're very familiar with Ja because of your proximity to Memphis with all the time that you were in Nashville. If the Kings trade for Ja Morant, now in this scenario that we presented, they're also getting a rookie that's not a point guard. Like in this scenario where they're still getting
Caleb
a top
Wilson
something picking. Caleb Wilson's the guy that I like here.
I kind of feel like that might be
an
it.
athlete, a defender. We'll see if he can become a number one option, but he still has that tremendous upside. But are we looking at if the Kings go out and trade for Ja Morant?
Yeah.
At least for the remainder of his contract until the Kings either sign him to a new deal or trade him away or let him walk. So like a 2-year flyer or whatever. Is Ja Morant the answer to the question of where do the Sacramento Kings find their franchise star?
No.
So you're looking at Ja Morant as a number 2 to whichever rookie you've brought in. Okay.
Because I'm just thinking long term.
Well,
right. Like right now, they could experiment with is it gonna I don't think he's a star because of his. This is a weird question. He's a star because of his name and his ability to maybe rebound his career.
But does Ja being on your team impact in any way negatively Caleb Wilson in this scenario's ability to become the number one guy?
No, because I don't. There's no guarantees it's long term.
Sure.
That's why, and I think Ja has to know that too.
But for the next 2 years while he's here, he would be your number one option.
Yeah, but you're also you can't assume Caleb Wilson is going to come in here and be like,
yeah, I'm perfect right away.
That actually might work out better to kind of build your star up.
Sure.
He's still going to be the fresh face and still going to contribute, but you could allow him to not maybe have all of the weight on his shoulder with having a guy like Ja, and is Domas still here? Yeah,
So best case scenario is it works out. Ja's playing well. He revitalizes his career here.
Yeah.
The Kings sign him to an extension. By the time he starts that new extension at the end of these 2 years, maybe Caleb Wilson in year 3 is ready to elevate into that main guy role, and hopefully the Kings have a playoff series under their belt at that point. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is things don't work here with Ja Morant for the next year or two. You just kind of let Ja do his thing while Caleb develops, and then by the time Ja's up and out of here, as well as Domantas Sabonis' money comes off the books, now Caleb Wilson's ready to step into that. I hear it. I get it.
It kind of makes sense again, just because for the fact too that you can't just completely throw all of these big contracts overboard right now. It's just realistically it can't happen. So if you find a way, and I get it, you're like, well, Kayla, they're getting out one contract and bringing in another contract that's 2 years. I understand that, but the fact of being a GM is you have to experiment too. And it's not all just built on drafting. You have to experiment in trading and free agency. And we already know the answer to the question, does Zach LaVine work here? Again, nothing against Zach LaVine. No, it doesn't work. So you already have emphasized in Doug Christie how important a point guard is. If you don't draft one, you got to still do something. So I just think it does kind of make a little bit more sense. Don't we always say timing is everything?
Yes.
Maybe this is the time if that's how it all ends up playing out.
Yeah. I see reason. So, okay, here's the other question. Is Sacramento the right place? Is this the right franchise to take on the challenge of trying to revive Ja Morant's career? People are going to bring up the Chris Webber example.
Yeah.
Chris Webber, things weren't the best. He went to Sacramento, turned into an absolute legend here. I believe, because I know Sacramento, I believe Ja Morant would eventually fall in love with Sacramento so many do.
Yeah.
You're not just dealing with Ja, the basketball player, trying to get back to where he was when, like Bonte Hill said earlier, the Kings were trying to, or no, the NBA was trying to make him the face of the league. He was Ant Edwards before Ant Edwards. You're not just trying to get somewhat close to that version of Ja Morant back. you're trying to, with all the off-the-court stuff, get him to a place where we don't talk about that stuff anymore.
Right. He doesn't, I believe deep down inside, he don't want to talk about that stuff.
Sure.
He doesn't want him to be remembered for that in the NBA.
But is Sacramento, not the city, the organization, with all the instability, with all the unknown, a coach that's still on a prove-it deal, is that the right, I don't know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
Is that the right organization to take that flyer versus Miami is in theory where he wanted to go? The first thing that pops to my mind is, Ja Morant in Miami, that sounds like trouble. But then there's the heat culture element of it, and Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, they're not going to let that ish fly. So if you're going to be here, you're going to conform to heat culture, right? That organization might be a little more entrenched or established to hold Ja Morant accountable for things compared to the I don't know. It's just a question to consider.
My gut, and again, it don't have to mean anything to you, but just being around sports for a long time, organizations, fits, my gut honestly tells me the way Scott Perry operates, the way I feel Doug Christie being a player, going through a lot of stuff in his career, learning through adversity, not always being, Doug wasn't the star. Like, Doug understands players. He understands things that happen to you throughout your career.
Yep.
We even heard it from the players on the team this year that, he's even grown with that role as a head coach. Yeah. We heard Westbrook talk about Sacramento as a family, as part of his family now. I truly do feel like that is a good duo in terms of taking in a player like this and allowing him to revive his career. Not saying hey, Jock, you come in here. This is how we do. I think they allow for him to do it. They trust him to do it.
And they're gonna have his back. Doug's gonna have his back.
Yeah. I would not say this if I didn't believe this because again, I wasn't really on this boat a few months ago because I get the injury things are the one thing that I get caught up on with Ja. But I think he should deserve a fresh start somewhere. I think he's good enough to have a fresh start somewhere. And I think this isn't the worst fit.
There's a very big difference between giving up anything of value for Ja and just swapping him for Zach LaVine.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the point. That's why I think that's why you and I are both more open to this conversation than we were at the deadline.
Because you're not giving up anything, really.
Right.
And you're kind of getting... I keep on harping on this. I'll probably get myself in trouble for this, but the fit is just not. I just don't think LaVine's happy here anyway. I just think it's like free each other, So
move on from both sides. We got full phone lines. Our phone lines are filling up here. People want to jump in on this conversation. Let's start with Dan. Dan, happy Friday. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me. Stockton Kings proud right here.
Hey, I love that.
So. First of all, I'm happy with the idea of trading LaVine for Morant. That's okay for me. But what I don't like and what I don't think people are talking about is over the last 15 games, Devin Carter, when he started getting some real playing time, he started developing, and I really like what I'm seeing out of him. So I think that might be a piece we want to look more closely into.
I'm sorry, you said Devin Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't know if because did you notice, and Dan, thank you so much for the call. Did you notice, by the way, that when both Doug and Scott in their exit interviews were talking about the young guys, they did not mention Devin Carter once?
He didn't do an exit interview either.
No.
Which I find a little interesting.
I agree with Dan completely.
Yeah.
About Devin Carter. Devin Carter impressed the hell out of me towards the end. He's grown
scrappy as hell.
He's grown significantly as a point guard.
He sure has. But what is it? I just feel like he's not Scott Perry's guy.
He's not. Scott didn't draft him. I think they already picked up his option for $5 million. I think that's just to be a sweetener in a trade. It must be. I don't know what they think about Devin Carter long term. So I don't think that plays a factor in this particular conversation.
But it's not a bad what is the word I'm looking for? Observation.
No, 100%. Dan's right. Yeah. He's been playing way better and should be more of the conversation that he is, and it's a little confusing.
And he's a former first rounder.
A lottery pick. Crazy.
Which is wild.
From Dan to Daniel. What up, Daniel?
Matt, Kayla, how are you?
Hey.
Quick one with Devin Carter.
Yep.
I think when Devin Carter plays in the G League, he kills it. When he was playing here, I just don't think it matters much because he he was playing the same type of talent. So I think it's kind of fool's gold. With Ja, I wouldn't bring Ja here. It would be like trying to sending him here would be like trying to send him to the Jets. I think he needs to go to a team like the 49ers, which I think if he goes to the Heat, it's perfect.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be held accountable here. I think that's what it comes down to.
Daniel, great. Yeah, Daniel, speaking to what I just brought up, like that. Are you established enough as an organization to take on that project and be able to get through to the young man who has struggled with some things, obviously, and accountability is a big part of it. Now, maybe the fresh start element of it is things happened. I want to put it past me. I've made mistakes. I own my mistakes. I'm moving into a fresh start, and I'm moving to an area that, in theory, it'll be easier. Listen, it's easier to stay out of trouble in Sacramento than it is in Miami, Florida, right? I mean, come on. However, to Daniel's point, the Miami Heat are like, we got a standard. We might be in Miami. We might be in South Beach. There's parties going on around us, but in this building,
Do you guys feel like, though, as a fan base, and again, the outsider Kayla coming out here, are you a little maybe like thinking just because this has been like not an established, like, in terms of culture, organization, year in and year out, it's like the same because it's been so wonky and there's been changes all the time, and what they're trying to do is reestablish a culture here and all that stuff. Because it's in the past just like not been there, that there's just a little bit of hesitation this could still be an organization that could do that or could provide stability for a player like Ja. Because I do feel like Doug and Scott are a good duo, like I mentioned, that have only gotten about a year together, but have shown in that year that a lot of players have gained respect for them, and a lot of players, from what I've gathered, like playing for them specifically.
I think it's to me, it's like a reputation thing. And it's what Ja Morant believes the Sacramento Kings to be. And the Sacramento Kings reputation is not good, right? So is Ja Morant going to come in and respect this culture that the Kings are trying to build? In theory, he would say that, but when push comes to shove, when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, would he? Right? And it's just... in Sacramento, I've known because I've seen firsthand how players have come here and maybe had misconceived ideas of what it was here and then fallen in love with the place. We've seen that time and time again. So in a weird way, being from Sacramento and us Sacramentans here, I think, feel more confident about it than an outsider would. Like if Ja Morant were traded to the Sacramento Kings, they'd go on ESPN the next day and go like, "Oh God, Ja,
they would totally rip it apart."
But that's the reputation of the Kings.
Yeah.
Is Ja going to go to Ja's not going to be happy in Sacramento. He's not. What are the Sacramento Kings going to do? Tell him no? Like that's the type of conversation outside of Sacramento that would happen.
And that's where it's hard. I don't know Ja the person, you know, and I've heard things about Ja the person, and yes, there's other things, guys, besides the things that he has done and has gotten a lot of attention for off the court. I truly believe that he has learned from that stuff, and if anything, you have to believe that he has, because he ain't going nowhere if he hasn't.
Right.
And he has to know if he's going to revive his career, no matter where he goes, that's his next opportunity and probably his only opportunity to significantly revive his career. So the biggest question I would have, it's not like he's choosing to come here. So that's the other thing. Is he mature enough as a player at this point? Has he gone through enough stuff? Has he been given the right advice now in this part of his career to say, even though you're going to Sacramento, like, give it a chance. This is your chance to turn it around. And how would he embrace it? I think that's what it's all about. How would Ja Morant, the player, embrace coming to Sacramento, knowing, though, this could be the one time you can revive your career?
There's an argument to be made, too, that Ja Morant, like, what's happened to you, what the organization shouldn't matter. If that's not enough of a wake-up call for you, then it doesn't matter what the organization does or what their reputation is. We'll take the break. Doug, I see you on hold. Stick with us through the break. We'll get you right when we come back. We'll continue this Ja Morant conversation on the other side. It's Matt and Kayla on a Friday, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Friday forecast. We'll see mainly sunny skies and less wind. The wind's going to be easing as we head through the afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful seasonal day with temperatures peaking in the low 70s, dropping back to the upper 40s overnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack. See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Breaking news for your home. Wayday. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Wayday from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento River Cats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your River Cats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
With Popeye's new $6 faves menu, you can get this 3-piece chicken, this 3-piece tenders, this chicken sandwich, or these 2 regular sides for just $6 a piece. I know you can't see what I see, but trust me, those bold Louisiana flavors look so good, you might just have to get them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Terms apply.
At Big O, our ProTech Plus warranty offers free flat repairs, replacements, and roadside assistance. So tire trouble is no trouble at all. Now through May 5th, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Hankook, or selected Pirelli brand tires with installation purchase. Plus get an extra $50 in rebates when using your Big O tires and service credit card. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Picking up where we left off on this Ja Morant to Sacramento conversation, the scenario that we explored that actually the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more I potentially like it, is just straight up Zach LaVine, Ja Morant swap. Why would the Memphis Grizzlies do it? Well, one, they get off of Ja. They get 1 year less of financial commitment. They get an expiring contract. They can do whatever they want with Zach LaVine. I don't think the Grizzlies would look at Zach LaVine as a piece of their future. They're just, it's just one less year of a commitment.
And they really want to get off the Ja deal.
The Kings would get Ja, and he's got 2 years left on his deal at $42.1 million and then $44.8 million, which is less per year than Domantas Sabonis will be making over the next couple of years, and certainly significantly less than Zach LaVine will be making next year. Doug, nice enough to hold on through the break. He wants to jump into the conversation. What up, Doug? Happy Friday.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the show. I'm sorry I'm the doomsdayer or the naysayer, but I believe that taking on Morant, this is hardcore, but the guy's a cancer, and extraction is a hard thing. So I don't believe that that's a direction that we should go. I believe that depending on how the lottery turns out, if A-Cup is a guy with Westbrook, then we got something to work with. The other part of that is that, we didn't really do very much for a while until we got Fox. And then we messed that thing up. And then, so this is the direction: is you take the young guy and you give him somewhat of the reins a little bit, and then if things don't go well, then you have Westbrook to go in and put it there. You know what you're going to get. He's not costing you a lot of money, so it's different. Now with LaVine, I don't care what they end up doing with him if they end up having to eat part of his contract, which is not a good thing, but that's how you get rid of Levine. So that's all I have. Have a great weekend.
Doug, appreciate the call. Happy Friday, my friend.
I have something to say about it, too, after you're done.
Well, I'll just say real quick.
Yeah.
What I take away from that is Doug, and I think a lot of Kings fans feel this way, I don't want risks. I don't want to take a swing. Be patient. Develop young talent. Build through the draft over the next couple of years. Wait out some of these. With Doug, I hear just build a kind of a quiet, patient build where if you make noise, it's because you landed one of the top picks, not because you went out and traded for a star that has some baggage like a Ja Morant.
Yeah, so, and look, I love everybody's opinions and value everybody's opinions because everybody has different ones. And I think at first when you think about Ja, you automatically go to the baggage. And rightfully so, right? Because the biggest thing I think why we do that is because what has he done on the court lately? That's right. He hasn't done much because he hasn't been available. But there's no denying the fact that if and when Ja is available and ready to go, he can be a spectacular player on the court.
Yep.
And then, then we can finally say, like, okay, maybe we can just talk about his basketball because he hasn't had as much off the court except for he's been at odds with that organization for the last 2 years. There's nothing new about that, guys. Like, they just have been at odds. It hasn't worked there, and that's why they're trying to move off of him because he doesn't want to be there, and they don't want him to be there. But I do think it's like, do I think he's an all-out cancer? Not necessarily. But with saying that, I think I'm on his side with I would rather have the A-Cuff, Westbrook kind of veteran presence here next year.
Oh, okay.
In terms of building with a point guard.
So you'd rather go Acuff Westbrook versus Ja and Caleb Wilson?
I think so. I don't know.
Because that's kind of unfair.
I know that's a little unfair.
I'm leading the witness a little bit because that would suggest that the Kings are getting a better pick.
I think I'm just saying, like, I'd rather, if it comes down to you're at 5, Acuff is there, Wilson's out of the picture, DeBonce is out of the picture, Cam, I'm going with the Acuff as the point guard and keeping Russell for 1 year.
Yeah.
Before I would like the Ja thing to happen.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I get you. If you're drafting a point guard, bring in Russ, don't bring in Ja.
Right.
Don't trade for Ja. I get you.
Yep.
I agree with that, at least in that sense. You said during the break, when we were continuing this conversation, you think Doug Christie would be a really good coach for Ja. Why?
Yeah, there's something about Doug, and I've only met him once. I literally met him.
In the hallway.
So he's coming up the stairs, and me, I'm just a loudmouth, and I just go right up to him. He doesn't know who the hell I am. And I shake his hand, and I said, "Hey, Doug, I'm Kayla Anderson." And, of course, I bring out the Washington, the Washington connection, and I know he played at Rainier Beach and all that. So, but in all honesty, I don't know him that well. But what I do know from afar and what I've seen and what I've heard from players is he does understand the player. Whether it's a player like him or a guy like Russell Westbrook, who's been a star in the league for years, or the younger player, I do feel like, and especially this year, he's learned the most because he has both.
Yeah.
He's had both as a coach. I think he would be good with Ja. I think he would understand Ja. And I think Scott Perry would too.
Doug is very clearly coaching to the standard, which I know people roll their eyes at as his buzzword, but the standard. A lot, I think some of the players, but Scott Perry talked a lot about how Doug developed as a communicator and the responsibility that a coach has as a communicator and to stay consistent with your messaging and to hold people accountable. I do believe Doug is improving in that sense. But Doug inherently is a player's coach because he's a player himself. Doug inherently is the guy that if someone pushes Ja Morant, forget holding the players back to get fines because Doug going to be out there.
Yeah.
Like, that's who he is.
And I like that.
Doug walked to the other end of the court when someone tried to mess with Maxime Reynaud. To the opposite basket on the other side of where the Kings bench is, he walked out there to not like get involved in an altercation, but to get out there, right? So, and maybe Ja would respond really well to that. I'm a coach. I've been in your shoes, been around the block. I'll go to war for you if you go to war for us type thing. So maybe that's exactly what Ja needs. I don't know. Let's go back to the phone lines. Ryan wants to weigh in on the Ja Morant to the Kings conversation. What up, Ryan?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Good. So about Ja, one thing I've learned as an NBA fan over the years is that the one thing the offseason does to all of us is to look at players through rose-colored glasses. And we all forget the news stories we saw on SportsCenter during the season about Ja waving guns around and getting suspended for locker room situations or being in a civil lawsuit for punching a teenager. All that stuff gets forgotten, and we start to think crazy. And Zach LaVine gets a $50 million contract, and we all sit back and think, oh, that makes sense. And Jeremy Grant gets $30 million a year, and we all think, oh, that makes sense. And then the season starts, and we're in it, and we realize, what in the world were we thinking? And I think that's what would happen with Ja in Sacramento.
Really good point by you, Ryan. I appreciate the perspective. He's right. You do romanticize things, and you especially romanticize, like, you know, the saying, the cliche, like the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, one of my arguments for this exact conversation has been, I know that Zach LaVine doesn't want to be here, or doesn't. It seems like Zach LaVine doesn't want to here, and I know it doesn't really fit here. Ja Morant, maybe it could work. So the unknown is appealing to me. But Ryan's perspective seems to be the opposite, which is like, okay, Zach LaVine didn't work out, but I know Zach LaVine's not going to be a problem to the level that Ja Morant could be based off of what's happened in Memphis. I get his point.
It totally makes sense. And one thing I will say about that, I think the most recent incidents like that have happened with Ja are more so directly with the organization. And I will say this, I think the last two coaches they've had with Ja are awful fits. I'm sorry. There's something that was not right with those fits in Ja, and I think that is completely opposite of a guy like Doug Christie. And truly do.
Just for clarification too, like the brandishing gun stories and stuff like that, that was not this season. That was past seasons. Doesn't matter. It still matters.
It does
but
matter.
It's not like this happened 3 months ago.
Yeah. So the recent stuff is more so like the in-house.
We'll take the break. When we come back, let's switch gears to football. Kayla, what's happening around the NFL? You'll share that with us. And at 1 o'clock, we'll get back into Kings Talk. We can revisit this Ja conversation again. But I want to talk about Bleacher Report's grade for the Kings rookie class in 2025. I think Kings fans will like it. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on a Friday, Sactown Sports.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
Did you try my Colombian tamales? They're delicious.
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt. Can you pass me a straw?
You mean a pitillo?
Tamales deserve Pepsi.
There's the hard way to buy a car, and then there's the Habla way. Transparent prices, fast paperwork, and a team that's there to help, not hover. We've spent 77 years refining this process so you can get in, get out, and get driving with zero drama. Car buying doesn't have to be stressful. At least, not when you do it the Hoblet way. Experience the difference at HobletDodge.com. The easy way to buy.
Sacramento. Get ready because the Sactown Sports Live events calendar is packed with can't-miss shows all season long. It all starts April 28th with Benjamin Todd live at Ace of Spades. Then May 9th, big night, big choices. Laugh with Tim Ellen at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Or catch the iconic sale live at Thunder Valley Casino Resort, happening on the same night. Rock lives on May 16th when Jason Bonham brings his Led Zeppelin evening to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And don't miss Lenny Kravitz May 22nd at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. June 6th, sing along with Richard Marx also at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then catch all the summer vibes July 10th with Rascal Flatts at Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic. August keeps the party going with Kane Brown at Ironstone Amphitheater August 16th. And Ty Myers August 22nd at Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic. From comedy to rock to country, if it's live, it's here. Check the Sactown Sports Live events calendar and plan your next night out today.
Protect what matters most, your home or business, with A1 rodent proofing and pest control. That mouse in your kitchen? It's never just one. Rodents can destroy insulation, chew wires, and cause thousands in damage. Don't wait for an emergency. Call for a free inspection. A1 offers poison-free solutions, eco-friendly sanitizing, and a pest-free guarantee. Available 24/7 serving the Bay Area. Call 925-503-7271 or visit a1rodentproofing.com. Get peace of mind and keep pests out for good.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, Toyota. Let's go places.
It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
Hey, Kayla.
Yeah.
What's going on in football, huh?
Man.
Anything big? Is there a draft coming or something?
Well, there is a draft coming up in Pittsburgh.
6 days?
6 days until the NFL draft, until we hear the dun, 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 whatever the you're on the clock noise.
The Las Vegas Raiders with the first pick select the hero, the savior, Tom Brady's protege, with help of Kirk Cousins. Fernando Mendoza.
There we go. The man that is going to save
if
the franchise.
If anybody on that broadcast, anybody even mentions Jamarcus Russell, I'm going to write a strongly worded email.
We should make we got to do our
because they're gonna.
stuff.
The last time the Raiders took a quarterback, they took Jamarcus Russell.
You know they're going to. They might even throw up some highlights.
How dare
or
they?
Lowlights.
It's got to be bad luck.
Disgusting.
That's like jinxing.
I
That's
hope
disrespectful.
they don't do that.
It's just disrespectful.
I bet you Tom was like, "Don't you dare bring up Jamarcus Russell."
Go ahead, do that.
Right?
Piss off Tom Brady.
All right, let's start off this 2-minute drill with some actual somewhat. It's not breaking because it happened about an hour ago or a little bit more. But how about this? Payday! Payday for one of the best defensive players in the league. I'll tell you this. The Texans, they ain't messing around with their defensive players. They ain't messing around.
D'Amico Ryan says, give them all the money.
Yeah, and the defense has been just so solid for them. So the Texans, an all-pro defensive end, my boy, my cousin, I wish, Will Anderson Jr.
Asking for money.
Right? Out of Alabama, that they have agreed to a historic 3-year, $150 million extension that, get this, makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Woo. So, despite any quarterback, because we know they make all the money, but despite that, no wide receiver, no running back, no nothing. It is the guy, Will Anderson, who is a defensive end who is making the most money in the league. The deal includes $134 million in guaranteed money. That does surpass the deal given to Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons, obviously, who came over from the Cowboys. He has been a force, you guys, and I can honestly tell you, watching a lot of the Texans in the last 8 years, when they got Will Anderson and obviously got some other guys on defense, it was such a difference maker. But Will, in his own right, he's a playmaker, and he's been worth every bit of the draft pick he was, the money he's gotten. What a great deal, and congrats to Will Anderson.
Listen, I mean, I'm not joking. D'Amico Ryan said, pay my guys.
Yeah.
Defense, we know, is D'Amico Ryan's MO. Of course, former defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Plus, D'Amico's probably going look how much my defense has to carry my quarterback, low-key.
Exactly.
I know we have hopes for
Right?
C.J. Stroud, but you best be giving them quarterback-type money because they have to carry our quarterback.
Exactly.
So it's good by Houston. They needed to do this.
I thought that was really awesome, and he's worked for it. He's been available, so congrats to Will Anderson. Okay, big trade draft. Could it be? We talked about it a little bit yesterday on the show, but now we've got Kansas City's GM, Brett Veach, coming out and saying there's probably going to be a lot of trades.
I
mean, inquiry, are you guys maybe wanting to trade up?
Shopping.
They're at number 9 right now, I believe, but could they trade up? Because here's what's interesting about this year's draft, guys. Again, there's no real big-name quarterbacks besides Fernando Mendoza and maybe Ty Simpson, who, by the way, could possibly, somehow go to the Arizona Cardinals at some point.
Please do.
We'll
That'd
see
be
about
great.
that.
Go ahead, Arizona.
But there's so many different valuable pieces at the top. So you've got everything from linebacker Sonny Styles, who is a hot commodity, but again, he's a linebacker. And then you've got guys like Jeremiah Love. We all know what that running back could be for a franchise. Then you've got Caleb Downs, the safety out of Ohio State. You've got some edges up there. There's a lot of ways you could go if you're an organization with finding a playmaker. And there's a lot of teams, i.e. the Cowboys, that could be wanting to trade up.
First and foremost, it's gross that the Kansas City Chiefs have a top 10 pick. I've put that out of my mind, and you just reminded me, and it makes me sad.
It hasn't happened in a while.
I know, it's gross. Second, I hope I hope there are a lot of trades. I think there's going to be fireworks galore in this first round.
They need a lot of trades. Let's be honest, because there's not a lot of excitement leading up to this draft.
No.
And I don't mean to be rude, Pittsburgh, I love you, but that also hasn't gotten hyped up.
Yeah, this is a I don't know if
lackluster?
No, like a plug the whole draft, like a fill the weakness draft.
This
screams depth draft to me.
Yeah.
Not I'm gonna get my future franchise star, unless you're the Las Vegas Raiders, of course. This screams like I can really bolster my team. This is like an ideal draft for Kansas City to have a top 10 pick in.
I'm with you.
This is a good draft for teams like the Niners to be in the position that they're in, where it's like we're still very much going for it. We just need to get some reinforcements in here that are younger and can stay healthy. This is the right draft for that kind. If the Raiders had the 4th pick in this draft and didn't have the number 1 overall pick, I'd be frustrated as hell because I'd be like, I need a franchise guy.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they're getting their dude in Fernando.
It's funny too because if you look at last year's draft, what I was a huge part of because the Titans had the number 1 overall pick in Cam Ward. Even that quarterback draft, if it wasn't for Shedeur Sanders, it would have gotten no love because Cam Ward is actually the most least talked about number 1 overall pick when it comes to a quarterback. I can say that because I lived it, and he was barely talked about, right? So speaking of, that's my next topic. Okay. Back on track. I don't even know if a lot of people know this, but Cam Ward played every single snap up to the final game of the season against Jacksonville, and he got his shoulder tweaked in that game against Jacksonville. So he's been on the mend, and there was an update yesterday from GM Mike Borgonzi. It looks like he's back on track. He's going to throw in minicamp. Looks like he's going to be available. So it'll be good just to know that they'll have their starting quarterback to add to whatever that might be. Jeremiah Love, something like that. But again, I was even being there last year, I even forgot that he had played every snap up until that last game.
He's always been
really healthy.
But I mean, by the expectation was always by the start of training camp, he's going to be back to normal,
that's
right?
Pretty much what it was. But his shoulders, it's his throwing shoulder too. Anything can happen, but he's back on track, which again, you always want the top quarterbacks in the league in terms of eyes on them. And people are going to have their eyes on Cam because he's got a lot to prove this year in his second season. Great. All right, finally, this is so weird, you guys. Such a weird thing. Fraud alert is my headline for this one.
Fraud alert.
So former Alabama player Luther Davis is facing charges of wire fraud and ID theft after using wigs and fake licenses to impersonate NFL players for the purpose of securing over $20 million in loans. Those players that he impersonated, you ready? Atlanta quarterback Michael Penix Jr., Cleveland tight end David Njoku, and Green Bay's Xavier McKinney. What in the world? I was like, this might be the oddest story. Now, thank goodness none of those 3 players clicked on the email link that they were going to supposedly buy into this. What do you think these guys are doing?
Yeah.
Just clicking on spam email? But this guy
he sent out spam emails? That was his fraud
It was his
attempt?
fraud thing was he sent email. It's a very bizarre story.
Hey, commitment to the bid, I guess, if you're wearing wigs and
You're
stuff
wearing wigs?
Yeah, he earned the money. Let him keep it. That's my official position.
Arrest him and put him in prison, but don't take the money from him.
And maybe his future is to be an impersonator, I don't know, because to me, Michael Penix, David Njoku, and Xavier McKinney, I don't think they really look similar. But, your guess is as good as mine.
He is the NFL doppelganger.
Yeah, exactly. I can turn into anyone.
That, there's a TV show to be made out of this. There's potential here. There's potential here.
Yeah, I was like, that might be one of the weirdest storylines.
What a crazy story.
That I've ever heard. So, yes, that is the 2-minute drill. Oh, to add just one thing that came down here. Jacoby Brissett is not at the Cardinals' offseason program. That's obviously one of the few quarterbacks they have there. Again, why there are some people thinking, do they roll the dice and take a Ty Simpson there?
I wanted to add to this, too, because I mentioned this earlier.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, so Zay Flowers said on the 4th and South podcast that John Harbaugh's practices are the reason why the Ravens had a lot of injuries. He said, quote, full pads all the time. However many practices and pads you can get every single one.
Wow.
We're doing one-on-ones in week 17. Week 17, we're doing one-on-ones. Everybody's out there. We're tired. We're still going.
Really?
Asked how the players manage the workload, Flowers replied, we don't. That's why we had a lot of injuries, because of how we practiced, how we went. The load was heavy.
Wow. That's some strong words from a guy. And look, Zay had his own issues, and maybe he's kind of taking it out on John a little now that he can, because he's not a player of John's. But I will say, if that's actually true, that's probably not the best way to keep especially your veteran players healthy. I know for a fact the 49ers have come out and said this at owners' meetings that Kyle Shanahan gives veteran days off.
A lot of vet days.
A lot of vets have come out and said that. I know in other organizations, same thing. But if John Harbaugh is not doing that, maybe he will now that he's in the Meadowlands, because he don't want to do that with some of those guys.
It just seems weird that, John Harbaugh was there in Baltimore for so long, and, I mean, I never really heard
Matt, when you win.
Right.
When you win.
But you never heard a bad thing about him, and now all of a sudden, he's gone? Okay, time to pile on. It's
sometimes it happens like that, though.
Maybe players finally feel comfortable enough to be able to speak out because it's John Harbaugh, and he's been the Ravens forever, so we can't speak out against him. I don't know. It's weird. But,
or maybe Zay's just jaded.
Well, hey, John, you've got your two youngest stars on offense, or two of your youngest stars on offense are both coming off of injury, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatteraboo. So Cam's already going to headbutt things.
Lightly.
We love Cam here in Sacramento. He's already going to headbutt things. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Just be careful with him, all right?
Exactly.
Don't hurt him.
That's a 2-minute drill.
I'm compelled. I'm really interested in the Giants this year.
I am too.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the Giants do. We'll take the break. When we come back to Sacramento Kings talk. Bleacher Report put out their rookie class grades. What grade did they give the Sacramento Kings? And we'll tie that in to something that Scott Perry said about his rookie class. It was pretty intriguing to me. It's all to start the final hour of the show. Final show of the week. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Why? I thought I got away from this.
He hasn't even played the rejoiner yet.
Ay, ay, ay.
Gotta let it ride a little bit.
Partying, 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 partying.
What did we tell you about this last time, Anthony?
I hate this song so
It's
much.
Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
There it is.
I don't like my
my
name.
goodness.
I don't not like my name over the top of this show.
With her going, hey.
Is she the Will Hardy voice?
She's Will Hardy. Oh, Will Hardy.
I hate
So
it.
dreamy.
I hate it so much. It's one of the main takeaways from this week, as I learned that apparently people swoon over Will Hardy, head coach of the Utah Jazz.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
According to Kayla, it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean certain girls in a certain age category.
Love Will Hardy.
Yeah.
They're all watching Utah Jazz basketball.
Exactly. Just swooning
That's
over
commitment.
Will Hardy. From the Hardy Boys.
Just because Kyle says something doesn't mean you have to do it, Anthony.
I know it's fun though.
No, it's not, though. I like you.
He does.
Stop.
He does have fun with it. I can tell.
I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great. Are either of you guys familiar with the Word of Westbrook newsletter?
I just found out about it yesterday from the Drive Guys.
Huh.
I have no idea what that is.
Apparently,
Is it
it's
new?
like, I don't know. It's Russell Westbrook's like
Blog.
or
Yeah.
just his.
That's cool.
That's
yeah.
what they said on the Drive Guys yesterday.
Well, I learned about it because Russell Westbrook wrote a Word of Westbrook post after this season.
Mm-hmm.
Amongst some of the things he said, Brody here, back with another send, which I would love to know if he said that or if someone wrote that
That is
for him.
really funny.
As we know, the NBA season has now come to a close, and I'm so grateful to the city of Sacramento for embracing me. The Kings organization has truly become a family to me. I'm honored that this past season I had my 208th career triple-double, achieved 8,734 career rebounds, 10,000 career assists, and reached 2,000 career steals, and moved into 15th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. And just last month, I took 5th place on the NBA's all-time assist list. I could not have done it without the support of Coach Christie and the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier when I used Russell as an example of a vet who consider Sacramento like organization of family.
Yeah,
And
we'll
like,
win you over.
Yeah, I mean, again, have they turned the page a little? Maybe.
Well, I mean, I think Russell Westbrook's going to be back. I do. I think Russ is going to be back. I don't know how much interest there's going to be in Russ around the league. No clue. But I believe Scott Perry 100% what Scott says. He always going to have a place.
Sure.
Like if the Kings can financially figure it out, and Russ is likely going to be on a league minimum deal, if not a little bit more than that. So obviously Scott said on the Drive Guys yesterday, like, we are not going to be a luxury tax team. We're going to be under the luxury tax. So he's got a lot of work to do that. But getting off of a certain player's money, cutting down salary, moving on from a DeMar DeRozan or a Malik Monk or something, and then paying $3 or $4 million to Russell Westbrook, yeah, that's something I could absolutely see the Kings doing this summer.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad to see, assuming, again, Russ wrote that, I'm glad to see that he credits Doug Christie so much, and that Sacramento, I mean, we knew Sacramento was going to embrace him.
And he
Sacramento
didn't really have to
embraces
say
everybody.
Doug either.
No.
So.
But he made sure to shout out Doug Christie.
Yep.
The Sacramento Kings had a very positive year in terms of how their rookie class played. We're talking Nick Clifford, who was the 24th overall pick, Maxime Reynaud, who was the 42nd overall pick, and you can even throw Dylan Cardwell in there, although technically he wasn't drafted. He was an undrafted free agent that the Kings went out and got. Bleacher Report gave grades to every team's rookie class. As you can imagine, certain teams got super high grades. An A+ for the Charlotte Hornets because of Con Knippel, so that makes perfect sense. Where in terms of a grade, have you seen this, by the way?
No, I have not seen it. No.
What would you guys, just at a guess, because it's obviously good, but how good is it? Again, Con Knippel and the Charlotte Hornets got an A+. So what do we think the Kings got for their rookie class in terms of a grade?
Man, it's hard to argue with like giving them anything below like a B+ in my eyes. I think A's are always difficult to give out. You guys have heard my tough grading scale, and I think part of that goes into just not giving the Kings enough love in general because they're not as respected enough around the league. So let me give them. Again, I might give him a little higher, but B+.
B+ from Kayla?
I think A- just because I think Neek's a good pick, but I don't think that the national media is as blown away by Neek. And Max kind of missed. It's going to be worse than what I want it to be because I was here, but sure, A- is what I would give them.
Max did not make the the rookie Rising Stars game, so that might play a fact. Okay, so the Bleacher Report gave the Sacramento Kings 2025 rookie class an A-.
All right.
Let's go.
I like it. Like it. Okay.
Did the Sacramento Kings quietly have one of the best rookie classes in the NBA this year? Second round center Maxime Reynaud finished 7th among all rookies in scoring, 12.5 points per game, and tied for first with undrafted teammate Dylan Cardwell in rebounding, 7.5 rebounds per game. Cardwell's 1.5 blocks per game tied for first as well. Nick Clifford had a great end to the season, averaging 13.5 points, 5.1 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.4 steals over the final 28 games of the season. For a team that only possessed the 24th and 42nd overall picks, again, the Kings traded up to get 24. They actually didn't have a first-round pick. The Kings did really, really well. That's the write-up from Bleacher Report, giving the Kings an A- for their rookie class. One thing I wanted to add really quick, because I saw this on your story yesterday.
Yeah.
Nick Clifford led the NBA in steals since the All-Star break, correct?
Since the All-Star break, yep.
And he led all rookies in total, was it on-off plus-minus? So when it was like plus 9.8 or something like that. When Nick Clifford was on the floor, the Sacramento Kings were significantly better over the remainder of the season.
Correct. Yeah.
This is all since the All-Star break.
It was the best net on-off plus-minus among rookies this season, and of course minutes of 30 games played and 15 minutes per game. So.
Well,
he's at the top.
That's
9.7.
That's significant.
9.7.
That's significant from Nick. He kind of got drowned out a lot this season by the play of his fellow rookies and two big men at that, right? Max was phenomenal. There's no question that Max was the best rookie out of the three.
Yep.
Dylan Cardwell carved out not just carved out his role in Sacramento for being an undrafted free agent and was converted from two-way contract to a full contract. Of course, Dylan's personality, he's just naturally loud, naturally boisterous. We were talking about, I did a podcast, which drops later today, with Chris Watkins and Brendan Nunez yesterday, and we were talking about like our favorite moments of the season, and almost all of them were just something Dylan Cardwell did. Like, he's just that kind of guy.
He's so electric.
But Neek carved out a very significant, noticeable way to impact the game, and it started on defense, which we know Doug Christie loves. Yep. That's encouraging.
It is.
We do need to see Neek improve as an offensive, impactful player, but hey, let's see what he looks like at the end of this offseason.
Right. What we did start to like about Neek, though, is how he did start to get comfortable with taking chances.
Yes.
And not being so afraid in even terms of like, you know, some of those 3-point shots when he was in the first part of the season when he'd get opportunities and, you know, he'd get that ball, he'd hesitate with some of those three. Like, he was such a better shooter when he just let it go.
Yeah, he was trying to make, you could tell he was trying to make the right play versus just try something.
And so that made me feel like at least he was going in the right direction with like, okay, you got to take chances. Eventually, I think he's going to start being able to hit more of those. Because, I think he's a really good, like, defensive player. Like, he showed that he can do that. Just got to make some more of those shots there.
So, Scott Perry on Wednesday, in his exit interview, was, of course, asked about this rookie class. And his response surprised me. Anthony, I didn't ask you to cue this up, so I don't even know if we have it cut out specifically, so it's totally fine. But
was that you?
Yeah, I just burped mid-gasp. Sorry.
I would have said I did it.
Just had an allergic reaction to having to do my job properly.
Hey, it's Friday.
It is Friday. With how this season went, and how Scott Perry had to, in a sense, have an admission of guilt at the trade deadline, trading away Dennis Schroeder and using Keon Ellis in order to trade him away and get off of that. That was an admission of guilt.
For sure.
I know a lot of Kings fans were frustrated by that. This season did not go well. Second worst in franchise history, 22-60 record. And yet, you had Scott Perry put together a draft class that was stunningly good, despite the fact that he did not have a first-round pick.
Yeah.
And his first pick was 24th overall.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, if I'm Scott, I'm sitting there at the podium, I'm waiting for that question.
Yeah.
It's like, damn right, let's talk about my rookies. Look what my rookies did.
I'm gonna brag on them.
Yeah, look, we nailed the draft. We got a big draft coming up. I got all the confidence in the world because of how we handled this draft. But Scott didn't have that approach. Scott basically said, like, they were good. They were good. We're excited. But it's still TBD.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really
smart
answer, but a really measured answer. And I like it because, in a way, he's doing those guys a favor. Because it's still the 24th or 42nd overall pick.
Right.
And
an undrafted guy.
Yeah, and Kings fans are desperate for something bright for the future. And Maxime Reynaud had a fantastic season. Maybe Maxime Reynaud can be the starting center of the future. But you don't want all of a sudden the franchise to start putting the weight of the world on the shoulders of this guy.
No.
And he didn't do that.
And part of it, Matt, honestly, first of all, his answer was very different from Doug's, too, when Doug was asked about the class. Because Doug loved him some.
Yeah, Doug was hyping him up.
He said it might have been one of the best, rookie classes we've had.
He said...
He honestly said, like, it might have been.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
He said he put him up with any draft class, which I smiled.
Yeah.
But Doug also, he's hyping up his guys.
No, and I
think
like
Doug
that.
said that if there was a redraft or something like that, like Max would have gone top 5 or something like that.
That's exactly what he said. And look.
He's hyping his boys.
That's okay, because then you have the general manager who's like, okay, wait a second here.
Hey, chill.
Yeah, like, I'm the GM here. I brought these guys in. Let's, first of all, pump the brakes. We don't want to fill their heads too much. But I think in some of it, Matt, is honestly honesty. Because we've spoke about this a lot on this show, specifically about Max Reynaud and the conversation we had about him being a starter at that center spot eventually. And one of the things that we were like kind of half in, half out on still was that sophomore season. And when the adjustments are made to players like that who have come out, had a great rookie season, but guess what? Not a lot of teams saw him. A lot of teams didn't know how to prepare for him at first. Now these teams all got the tape on him.
Yeah.
Now they got the tape on all these guys.
Yeah.
So it is your job as that second-year player is how you also adjust to the league.
Correct.
And I think that was smart of Scott Perry to come out. And I think in part of that is honesty of like to be determined because they have to also adjust to the league in that second year.
I think it's just a nice reminder of these guys are ahead of schedule or they're ahead of where we maybe thought that they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean we're ready to throw them out on a pedestal and say, look at the future faces of our franchise. And I think Scott, let's say the Kings get the number 1 overall pick and Scott drafts AJ DeBonza. I think he'd do the same thing to protect AJ. We believe we have a future star, but he's not we're not talking MVP the first day he's in the building. We think we have someone who has the potential to be the face of our franchise. We're very excited to have him here.
Yeah.
But if game 1, he has 10 points on 8 of 16 or 8 of 16 is good. 8 of 20 shooting. Hey, don't freak out.
Yep.
It's okay. Like, if Max starts next season and he's coming off the bench behind Domantas Sabonis, don't freak out. It's okay. He still has to build. He still has to grow. We'll see how Dylan mixes in that thing. The 2 big lineup that we talked about. Neek Clifford. We still don't Neek still is trying to figure out what his NBA role is.
Right. And
especially with this team.
Maybe it is to come off the bench as, again, potentially could be that 6th guy or whatever. You
Swiss
know,
Army
we
knife.
don't know. But he is more so at this point showing that Swiss Army knife ability, which I kind of think they do like. That aspect of it is, if they need a point at some point, whatever it is, he can play defense. So, yeah, it's such interesting to see what eventually that will be because that has to be defined at some point.
Patience is a big part of this rebuild and a big part of the conversation, too. Something that I think we've hinted at or something that I just think a lot of people have said casually that probably needs to be looked at a little bit more is with how open suddenly all of us are to the idea of trading Domantas Sabonis, and I think the Kings are very open to it too. We know they were involved in conversations with Washington and Toronto. We believe they're going to be looking to shop him again this summer. We'll see how things play out. But are we? I just want to make sure we're not moving too fast in terms of we can move on from Domantas Sabonis because Maxime Reynaud is here. I mean, Domas, we forget it because how much he was hurt this year and how bad the season was. But Domas is a top 5 center in this league.
Yeah.
And he's unbelievably talented. Now, I think the ship has sailed on him being a top guy here. I think when you're rebuilding, having a center like Domas that needs to be surrounded very intentionally and specifically is not the right route to go. And if you can maximize his talent right now and his value as best as you can, get something good for him while getting off that contract, it's the right move for the Kings to make. But that's different from, we can move on from Domas because Maxime Reynaud is here.
Exactly.
Like, Max is going to hit a slump. Max is going to hit a wall next season. If he doesn't, and he continues with the production that he had this year, now we can start talking about Max as, you found your franchise center. But realistically, Max is going to, just like you laid out, teams are going to have a full year's worth of, he likes that floater. We're not giving him that spot. We're going to push him around. Let's test how much stronger you got. Oh, you're not a rim protector? Bet. We're going right at you.
Now, first of all, I do like Max, the mindset too.
Sure.
Like Max has shown he can be tough. Like
Absolutely.
I think he's going to put on a little bit. Doesn't need to put on a lot.
Yeah.
Needs to put on a little bit, become a little bit more physical. This is what I do pose as a question though. If they stick around with Domas this next season, and again, right now, all signs are pointing to Domas is going to be here next year, unless there is a trade that happens during the summer, which there could be. They could revisit that. Let's say Domas sticks around, and you have, obviously, an up-and-coming guy like Maxime Reynaud, but we know Domas is going to get the minutes. We know he's going to start. Does that at all hamper, or is that the right word I'm looking for?
Impact or hold back?
Does that hold back, limit Maxime in any way to continue to grow? That's I'm a little curious about that. I don't know how that plays out.
To continue to grow, no. but his numbers would be impacted. I don't think Max would have statistically as good of a year as he did this year because simply he's not going to play as much.
Number-wise.
And I think the Kings would experiment with the two big lineup, but in the limited capacity that we saw that, I think Domas came back from his partially torn meniscus and played like 9 games or something like that. Maybe it wasn't even that much. Might have been 6. The two big lineup that we saw was Domas and Dillon.
Yeah, that's exactly.
The Max-Domas combination, while in theory makes sense because Max can space the floor better on offense, defensively, like there's a big concern there, which and unless Max develops significantly as a rim protector, because Domas not gonna.
No.
So unless Max develops as a rim protector, then I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
So what you're going to see in theory in this case is Domas on, Max on, and Domas on, Max off, vice versa, and then Dillon kind of sneaks in there. I don't think there's ever a scenario where you're starting a 2 big lineup.
No.
A lot of it also depends on with Precious Achiuwa being back.
That's a good point.
If the Kings draft a Caleb Wilson, who in my mind is, or Cam Boozer, who's probably more of a 4 than he is a 3. Not to mention, you're still trying to figure out this Keegan Murray, DeAndre Hunter thing.
God.
So
forgot about
it's
Hunter.
a good problem to have.
Sure.
I don't think you're going to get a lot of time of Max and Domas sharing the floor together.
I don't either.
And if anybody's going to get more minutes between the two, we know who it's going to be.
It's Domas right now.
So in theory, Max's numbers and production will probably go down, but that doesn't mean his development has to go down. It's just the volume and opportunity goes down. And some fans might go, no, you keep giving him the minutes. Get rid of Domas, keep giving him the minutes. I hear that. But realistically, if Domas is healthy and Max is still here, Domas is going to get
He's going to get the minutes.
He's going to get the minutes.
Over Max, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not going to play together because I don't think it works.
No.
They might try it. I just don't think it's going to work.
I'm with you on that.
Defensively, it might be a nightmare. There's no rim protection there.
Yeah, and we know what Doug likes.
Yeah.
Dougie defense.
But then again, maybe Max develops nicely as a rim protector this summer, and it's like, okay, now we can try it a little bit more.
I always talk about Scott Perry's checklist. I want to I wonder if we could get some of the rookies on the show this summer, and I want to hear their checklists. What are your checklists for the summer, boys?
We can try.
Right?
We can try.
Yeah. Let's get them 3 boys on here.
Dylan's like 3. I'm working on my corner 3. Can you imagine?
Oh God!
Dylan Cardwell, California Classic in Sacramento.
Goodness.
First shot attempt is a
Just
corner 3,
swish.
and he buries it. Oh,
Oof.
I need some off-season workout videos from him.
Right?
You know how? Remember Hoodie Mello?
Yes.
I need that
Did
from
he
the
have
rookies.
some? Okay.
That's another thing that happened in the Kings-Warriors game that you were gone for.
God, I just missed everything.
Dylan Cardwell hit a buzzer beater 3 at the end of the first quarter.
What?
Yeah.
How deep was it?
It was a deep 3. He chucked it, and he nothing but net. That was fun.
That's cool.
That game was so much fun. I'm
That's
so sad
really
you missed
cool.
that game.
I'm really sad
That game
too.
was so much.
I know.
Had no business.
I wanted
being
to see
that
the.
fun. Well, he did that. He definitely did that. What I want to know is Dylan going to be doing that stuff when he's 29? I hope so.
Probably.
Can you imagine, though, like he's the vet and he's barking at rookies?
Seriously, I don't doubt it.
Because I genuinely believe Dylan Cardwell is going to be in the league for a while.
I do too.
He's got
with the mindset he has and having that story of having to get here, he's never going to stop because he knows the minute he stops, he could lose it.
If Dylan Cardwell stays exactly how he is now, which is to say he doesn't improve at all, which is crazy, he will have like a 4 or 5 year career at least.
Yeah.
If Dylan Cardwell adds more of a scoring touch around the basket, and if he
extend.
ever gets a corner 3, he could have an 8-10 year career, 2-year career.
Mm-hmm.
Like he absolutely could. What he does is necessary. Look at Jalen Duren. Look at
it's absolutely wanted in the league.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
You need
and
those guys.
by the way, just having a guy like here for your organization, like he seemed to pick almost every player up.
Yeah.
I think having him in that locker room, I'm not joking when I say this, it was literally a blessing. Because there were some hard times during this year, and I think having a guy like him in there was like a ray of light.
You want to know what hurt me the most this season? People think it's Russell Westbrook yelling at me.
It's Cardwell when he signed the jersey that said, Whitey greater than my co-host.
You know what?
My co-host, Matt George.
That's a good point. I'd forgotten about that one. It's hung up right there.
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's a
hung
different
up.
one.
Oh,
You got shout out 1140.
Oh, that's right. Whitey
that's
wears
right.
the one. Where,
Whitey wears that.
Yeah, you know what? Dylan has hurt me twice. Dylan's hurt me twice. He did
So
that.
wait, what was the other one?
The other one was in the locker room when he told reporters, and I was standing right there, that his game started to improve when I left for Disneyland.
Oh, that's right.
And then I came back from Disneyland and everything got bad for the Kings again. Dylan said that.
I forgot about that.
Dylan said that. I mean, he's right, but he said it, and it hurts.
You are really having some fun with that locker room.
I will take Russell Westbrook cussing me out over Dylan Cardwell breaking my heart like that.
Do you think Russ would have done that if I was sitting next to you holding your hand, being like, this is my teammate?
Yeah. And he would have said...
What do you think my response would have been?
You would have bagged on. You would have jumped on. Yeah, you suck. You suck. That's my boy Russ. You suck. Yeah, Kayla would have been all about it. Kayla would have had a phone out like, ooh.
No, I would have surprised you, I think.
No, well, listen.
I think I would have surprised you.
I'm glad you weren't there. It was a time. It was a time. But I do kind of hope Russ is back.
Look, he's been fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, he's been fun.
The way the last month of the season, of course, getting yelled at, people are gonna think it's that. But the way the last month and some change of the season went with how Russ played, made me appreciate a lot. Because how he was playing before that, I was not a fan.
No, I get it.
How DeMar was playing before that, I was not a fan of.
But that
how the entire Kings team was playing for the first 2 to 3 months of the season, I was horrified
As was nobody.
by. But that last month and some change won me over a little bit. Yes, I know Dylan wasn't wrong, Michael. It still hurts. No, Dylan's the best.
Oh, goodness.
I love that dude.
We'll try to get the boys on here.
He was so much. I mean, we've been working on Dylan for a while. We'll make it happen this summer.
We will.
We will make it happen. We'll get him in studio.
That'd be fun.
Apologize to
They're
me in
all
person.
going to be around, I think.
Yeah, they're going to be working out a lot in Sacramento,
Might
apparently.
as well come to our beautiful studio.
We'll take the break. When we come back, let's update you on our MLB mini seasons. This might be the last day
Let's
that I'm
go.
holding on to this trophy for a while. We'll update you on our mini seasons. Then, of course, we got Crosstalk with Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles. The Drive guys will wrap up the week for you. 4 hours of bangers. You never know what Alan's going to do. I just know it's going to smell like coffee in here the second he walks into the room.
Is.
You're listening to Matt and Kayla on a Friday, Sactown Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sactown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move, that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
With Popeye's new $6 faves menu, you can get this 3-piece chicken, this 3-piece tenders, this chicken sandwich, or these 2 regular sides for just $6 a piece. I know you can't see what I see, but trust me, those bold Louisiana flavors look so good, you might just have to get them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Terms apply.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with N&S Tractor and Case Construction and Courtyard by Marriott Sacramento Cal Expo. More info at CITBFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
A's fans, the 2026 season is here, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season, packed with theme days, giveaways, and fireworks nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Sacramento. Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Declaration of Deals sales event?
There's no better time to upgrade to a new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with some of the best fuel economy numbers in the segment. Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP and get 2.9% APR with no payments for 90 days.
Wow, that's like savings on savings on savings.
The price of gas has people rethinking what they're driving, and Ram's up to 25 MPG is a win. Plus, thousands in savings with 2.9% interest. Now really is the best time to buy a new Ram truck.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 15,000 total net savings includes dealer discount and factory rebates. Discounts may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of ownership, and 500 on-the-job upfit with eligible upfit. 2.9% financing for 72 months through Stellantis for well-qualified buyers. $15.15 per thousand borrow. Deferred payments available on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Cannot be combined with certain incentives. Excludes Ram 1500 ROH and tungsten models. 25 MPG based on EPA published rating. See dealer for details.
To 2 p.m. Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
On the Sactown Sports 1140 comment section, Russ Dog 316. Oh boy, 316. Oh God, I almost made it through. Almost. Russ Dog 316. Hey, clean up your name, Russ. God, you made me say that on the air. He says, fun show today, Matt and Kayla. Thank you. I agree. It's been a fun show, but Russ is also just saying that because he's been begging me to do anything WWE related since this show started. Because Russ, like me, is a huge WWE wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But we did it finally. We got a WrestleMania game in. If you guys missed it earlier in the show, both Kayla and Anthony, who know very little, I won't say nothing, but know very little about wrestling, made their WrestleMania predictions for 9 matches based off of 3 different categories. The first 3, I just showed them pictures of the wrestlers, and they chose based off of that. And in those, Kayla picked Seth Rollins to beat Gunther. Anthony picked Gunther to beat Seth Rollins. Kayla picked the champ, Jade Cargill, to retain against Rhea Ripley. Anthony has his team Rhea. And then Kayla took the Sacramento boy, Jacob Fatu.
Let's go Fatu!
Over Drew McIntyre, who Anthony took. Round 2 was their summaries. I put together a quick paragraph to describe the storylines that they're in. And Anthony regrets, I think, taking Logan Paul, I Show Speed, and Austin Theory.
I'm not happy about it, but I think that they're going to win.
Against the Usos and LA Knight. Anthony and Kayla both took Randy Orton over Cody Rhodes, which is interesting. Randy Orton seeking his 15th title. And Anthony picked CM Punk. Kayla picked Roman Reigns in their one-on-one match. Finally, the last round was based off of entrance music. And both Kayla and Anthony took Trick Williams over Sami Zayn. Kayla took Dominic Mysterio as Anthony took Finn Balor. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun
Now,
match.
the last one, I think, Anthony, you and I are going to lose.
Anthony and Kayla both picked Brock Lesnar over Oba Femi.
Yeah.
And I do think both of you are wrong.
Yeah, Matt was very confident. He didn't say that we were wrong on any of the other ones, but this one's got to be.
I think for sure Oba's going over.
I know.
Like, he's the new, they're positioning him to be the new beast, to be the new Brock Lesnar. Like, he's.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
He makes Brock look small. Like,
I want to
he's
see
that
the line.
big.
There's got to be.
Oh, I'm sure there's betting lines out there.
But,
especially in Vegas.
The winner is going to get a
Yes.
$50
Do we want to, like,
gift certificate.
what do you, is it specific to where you guys want to go, or do we want to decide
I just
now
need
where
it for
is?
my life.
You just need, so like Amazon? Walmart?
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do, I don't mind.
Yeah, you could even just get a $50 gift certificate.
It'll if Anthony wins, it'll be for Ulta.
Of course.
If Kayla wins, it'll be for GameStop.
There
Perfect.
we go. All right.
Now we're talking.
That's funny.
I'm going to give you guys both like a $50 gift card to like a D&D website or something.
Exactly.
I would use that.
I know actually Anthony would like that.
I would not. What
Kayla would
does
be
that
like, what is
mean?
that trash?
Diamonds and something?
Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
know what it means, but for me it would mean something
Diamonds
else.
and dinosaurs.
Diamonds and delicious chocolate. There we go.
That's the, yeah, well, you might be onto something. My wife wishes that's what D&D stuff stands for. Nope, I'm a nerd. Let's check in on our MLB mini-seasons game. Yesterday was a very good day for all three of us. Anthony taking place of Kyle Ledbetter, who's out on vacation for the next little while. I chose the Rangers reluctantly to beat my A's, and they did so, 9-6. What ended up being a pretty fun game at Sutter Health Park yesterday afternoon, but the A's Who the hell are the A's playing today? The A's have the... Nobody?
I don't think the A's play today.
Question? Oh, the White Sox.
Are they at home?
Yeah, they're at home against the White Sox tonight.
Oh, they've got the white. Ooh.
So Kyle's in good shape. Kyle has to lose this game.
White Sox.
Kyle has to lose this game. So really, you have to root for the A's to lose, and don't do that. That's bad.
So he has the A's winning.
He has the A's winning.
Yeah,
that's rough for you. And then you on Saturday will have the... What team did we say is yours? The Royals against...
the Royals. Oh, great. What?
In New York against the Yankees.
Oh, God.
Hey, there's a chance.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like Kyle is very much in the driver's seat to be our MLB mini-seasons champion this week.
Dang it.
But
for the week, he's not there.
For the week,
that's
he
right.
is out. So this trophy will stand alone. It'll be vacated. But he'll technically get the win in the record books.
Yeah.
But
all right.
I mean, if the A's find a way to lose to Chicago and the Royals beat the Yankees, you have a shot at being a two-time champ. I'm the only two-time champ here.
I mean, the Yankees just came out of a pretty big series with the Angels too.
And did you see what Mike Trout did in that
Trout's
series?
on a tear.
I think he had 5 homers in the series.
Mike Trout, save yourself and go play for a team that
it's
has
too
a
late
chance
now.
to win.
He's retired.
I
He's got his
know, but
retirement
I'm
package
just-
there.
I
He ain't
know.
going nowhere.
Every time I have the chance to say it,
Even
I'm
if he
gonna
did,
say
it would be like too little too late too. It'd be like, dude, why'd you wait this long?
I know. But he's on a tear right now.
Forever Angel over there. Forever Angel. Mike Trout. The Giants got a win yesterday. Hooray, Giants. Glad they desperately needed a win. The Giants are now in Washington to take on the Nationals. In theory, a gettable series, but the Nationals, 1, have a better record than the Giants, and 2, the Nationals haven't been that bad this season so
Better
far.
than I thought.
They're under 500. They're
Yeah.
9-10, 1-5 at home, so they've been bad at home so far. So hopefully the Giants can maybe get a little bit of momentum going for them because it has not been pretty, to say the absolute least.
And by the way, there was a little bit of a fire up after the game yesterday.
Yes, it got a little chippy.
Got a little chippy at the end of that. It reminded me of some times back with the Tennessee Vols and Tony Vitello. So
that's definitely his identity. I'm looking for it because, yes, the new MLB power rankings are out. This is according, of course, to ESPN, and you'll never believe who's number 1. The LA Dodgers? What?
Oh.
No way.
They only have 4 losses, right, on the season?
Yeah. San Diego, who got off to a horrible start,
they're playing well.
is now 12-6. vaulted all the way up to 4.
Yep.
ESPN still believes in your Mariners. They're at 6, so don't freak out too much about where Seattle Mariners are at. Shout out the Pittsburgh Pirates, led by the young rookie, are 11-7 to start the season. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 8th in the power rankings. That's that's my NL team. I've always loved the Pirates.
No, they're a great. First of all, ballpark, beautiful. Got to go visit it if you love ballparks. It's one to check out for sure. I root for them because they're such a underwhelming organization, and I like underdogs. Obviously, I am a Mariners fan. So.
Oracle Park in San Francisco was recently voted the nicest ballpark in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
I think it's been a multi-time winner of that.
Pretty hard to beat.
Number 2 was PNC Park.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 was Camden Yards in Baltimore, which I thought was interesting. And number 4 was Petco in San Francisco or San Diego.
And I think depending on like your kind of atmosphere, you could flip those. And I've been to Petco. I've heard great things about Camden.
Hey, Alan Stiles. Alan Stiles is in the other room. Did Oracle Park come up at all in your top 5 brands conversation? Because Oracle Park should be a part of that Giants brand, right? It's considered to be the top ballpark. See, thumbs up. I'm just trying to help you out, man. Trying to help you out. Always helping my guy Alan Stiles out. Oracle Park is gorgeous.
No, I've never been.
The only thing I don't like about that damn ballpark is sitting on the wall and getting drenched if it's a cold day.
I would not be a fan of. I hate wind.
Well, the wall, those seats, that brick wall in right field, those seats are awesome. You're like right over the action.
You're also freezing.
Well, not like on most days. Some days
you know who you're talking to.
Well, yeah, I mean you're tiny, but like most of the time it's fine. If it's a nice day, it's fine. But on that particular day, it was cloudy, windy, and the Giants never hit home runs. They hit one that day, and I got wet because they shoot stupid water cannons, and the wind blows it on you.
Yeah, it's like the log ride I always talk about at the end, when you're like, you're not getting wet the whole ride, and then at the end, you get swiped by water.
But you know the trick to that, right?
No.
So, on like Splash Mountain, which is no longer Splash Mountain, is now Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Splash Mountain doesn't exist anymore.
Why?
Because problematic storylines from the Song of the South.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
So the new ride's cool, too.
The new ride is
what
now...
What is Tiana's?
It's The Princess and the Frog.
Oh.
God. How dare you?
So
it's now called Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's the same ride. They just re-dressed it up as Princess Tiana. By the way, they have Tiana's like kitchen or whatever is the New Orleans style restaurant that's right next to it at Disneyland.
And this is in Orlando.
No, this isn't.
Oh, this is in
Disneyland.
Anaheim. Okay.
Yeah, that restaurant is so good. They have like a Cajun pasta and Cajun chicken that is so freaking good. By the way,
do they have beignets?
Does it have what?
Do you know what a beignet is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Does it have beignets? Absolutely. But the trick on that ride is, so this might be bad for you, but it's good for pretty much everybody.
Here we go.
The trick to that ride is you put this, like if you have a kid, you put the kid in front. Because if you have, the heaviest person of your party, if you put them in front, you're cooked.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're taking on water.
They're taking on water.
Yeah. So you're probably the one that's getting put in the front of the boat every time, which means you might get a little bit wet, but we're all safe.
I'll put my nephews up front.
Yeah, so you'll be
They're
fine.
Smaller.
You'll be fine. Yeah, always put the kids up front.
Ooh.
If dad is up front,
my mom
everybody's
would have
cooked.
not liked that answer.
Everybody is cooked. By the way, the A's are 22nd in the power rankings on ESPN.
They're not bad now. They're not
and
playing bad.
The Giants are 27th.
My guy Jack Leiter, though, getting the win yesterday.
Yeesh. We'll take the break. No, shush. We don't care. We don't care about the dumb Texas Rangers pitcher that you know. We'll take the break. When we come back, we're joined by the Drive Guys, Whitey Gleason, Alan Stiles, and his sharp coffee aroma. They join us next here. It's Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/beat. That's ethos.com/beat. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions require.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Now through May 3rd at Big O Tires. Get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Hankook, or Pirelli brand tires with installation purchase. Book your appointment online today. Disposal fees extra, not covered with other offers. See your locally owned Big O dealer for pricing.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles with us. Yay, the last crosstalk of the week. I've actually had a really important question for both of you.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10 for both of you, how excited?
8.5.
Well, it's going to be higher. I already know the answer.
All right.
How excited are the both of you on both Saturday and Sunday to come over to my house and watch WrestleMania with me this weekend? How excited are both of you to do that? I'll have food. We'll kick our feet up.
Not this weekend.
Yeah, this week. Oh, you got a thing?
I got a thing with the guy and the.
Oh.
Might come over to my house.
That's
or
okay.
something.
But Alan, well, you were good, right? Bring the kids. Come on, we'll make it a play date.
I would.
Yeah.
You know I'd be there.
But
yard work.
Damn, man.
Yeah, with all this wind, there's all this yard work.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. This is what my friend always used to say. I might try to swing by.
Oh, yep. I've used
Well,
that
not
one.
even coming.
I've used that one.
I might try to swing by.
That's the equivalent of. That is the showing up equivalent of sources familiar with the Kings thinking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I might try to swing by.
Well, I didn't even get an invite, so you guys should feel very, very.
You don't need an invite. You're already
gracious.
there.
Yeah, you're
What do you mean?
You're already there. Because you got nothing better to do. What are you moving?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you guys started the show way better than I did. I literally fell off my chair this morning.
She did.
I heard that.
Actually fall.
Like literally fell off
Literally,
the
it's
chair.
like
to
a,
start the
hey,
show.
welcome into Matt and Kayla.
Just
fell over.
Misjudged.
No, I was trying to grab my bag because I forgot my computer was still in my bag. I didn't realize how high I was up, and my arms are long, so usually I can just reach and go.
Natural wingspan, natural athlete.
Yeah, natural athlete. But I reached, and it didn't reach, and I go.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So.
And hilarity ensued.
And hilarity ensued.
You made it.
Yeah.
Big
But
old
I'm here. We've
big
been
old
here the whole
thump.
show.
Yeah.
We survived.
Well, invite's open, guys. I mean,
Thank you.
hey,
If I finish, yeah.
Front door will be unlocked.
Okay.
I love Whitey's very convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I might try to swing by.
I believe Whitey.
If I finish my stuff, then.
But it's been so windy. There's an awful lot of yard work to do.
It is, and as soon as you finish, then you got to
There's
start
something
all
else.
On real story, this is not a joke. Last weekend on Saturday, we had made plans months ago for some of my colleagues from ABC 10 to come over to my house for a dinner. They'd never been over, and I wanted just to have them over to see them and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I invited, I think in total it was 5 people that were invited. And I spent all day cleaning the house, getting ready. One showed up.
Was it Kevin John?
It was Kevin John.
Oh, of course. KJ.
I think I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah.
One?
Now, to be fair, it was storming, and 2 didn't show up because it was too stormy for them. The other 2, who I'm actually mad at, not really, but kind of, went down to Manteca for a brunch and had a little too much fun with mimosas and said, like, we cannot get in a car right now. And I said, it's 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yes,
Hey.
we're still lit from brunch.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So,
brunch or
Had
Matt
some of these
George.
people RSVP'd?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, that's.
We'd planned for months.
Holy
I'd already
What'd you do with the extra food?
We invited my in-laws over, and they came.
There's a difference right there
Jeez.
between TV people.
Yep.
No offense. You're a TV person, kind of, aren't you?
Most of my career.
And radio.
Yeah, radio people just swing by, apparently.
Might try to.
Might try.
Yeah.
No promises.
Yard work, man.
4-hour window. 4-hour window where
Yard
I
work.
may show up.
Anthony,
may
you're in though, right? Come on, Anthony. Yeah.
I think I gotta steal what Whitey was saying.
Oh,
Might
you have
try-
a thing too?
Yeah, no, I might try.
Oh.
Maybe swing by.
Great.
Yeah,
the fill-in.
I gotta add an extra.
I just asked the fill-in producer to come over, and he went.
You just added an extra qualifier.
I don't really speak on the
negative aura.
A wise man once said, you don't
Oh,
speak on
God.
things you don't understand, and I don't understand
Wrestling?
so
I'll
I do not speak on
It's pretty
Explain
fun.
it to you.
I do not want to
Come on.
understand.
I got a wrestling question for you.
Please.
Years ago, my dad, he wrote for the Vallejo Times Herald, and he would write up the wrestling results. So the guy that ran the PR for the Cow Palace would always, every so often, hey, we got tickets for you. So we would get to go to the Cow Palace and watch wrestling, big time wrestling. And one time we're in the second freaking row, Matt. Second freaking row. There was a guy named Ernie Ladd wrestling, like Haystack Calhoun, all these cats. And at one point, the usher comes over and says, hey, we're in the second row, as I said. And the usher says, you guys have to move back a couple seats just for a second. Like, what? Yeah, just for a second, you got to go back a couple seats. And my dad didn't. We did. And the next thing you know, Ernie Ladd is in our seats.
Yep.
How did that guy know that?
Believe it or not,
Oh, that's funny.
there may or may not be what's called spots in wrestling. You know, now a little fun educational moment. A lot of wrestling is not scripted. It's in time or in real time. That's why when you see guys like randomly putting their heads next to each other, it's because they're talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
So but they have spots, so predetermined.
Okay.
So in that case, there was probably this guy's going to go over the barricade and hit these chairs, and so everybody knows about it to get fans out of the way. So
The
they
cool
don't get
thing was
hurt.
my dad didn't move.
Your
so
dad
you
was
had
like,
this guy
"Screw it."
sprawled on the chairs.
That's really
and my
funny.
dad's sitting there with his arm over the next seat, like, what's up?
Hey,
That's cool.
I understand that it is a show.
Yep.
Right? It's
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I think it gets a little confusing to me, and I understand that they are very athletic.
Yeah.
Right? I understand those two things.
Yep.
And I understand that we live in a capitalism society. When I see them getting hits on ESPN,
Right.
that's what doesn't make sense to me. Not that they're not stars, but why are we?
Because ESPN has the.
I understand that, but
the pay-per-views.
I understand that, but it's a show
Yes.
to me versus a sport.
But
and ESPN is playing it, interviewing them as if they don't know, or maybe to some degree they don't know.
Well, they don't.
They know something.
You can.
Well, no, ESPN doesn't know, but
Well, the wrestlers
know.
Oh, yeah, no, the wrestlers.
so
know
that's
how
what I'm
it's gonna
saying.
go.
Where it's
they
almost
gotta
like
tell
a
the-
fake
Right.
interview.
But it is.
I get what you're
it's
saying.
part of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
Right,
totally.
it's the only sport, or it's the
Yeah.
only entertainment
Yeah.
outlet that ESPN does it for because of the money. I get
Because
it.
wrestling, sports entertainment, as they call it, runs
Right.
parallel with what actual sports are. They want it to appear as that, but not actually be. But of course, it's all over ESPN for two reasons. One, because ESPN now covers all the pay-per-views.
Right. I understand. Hey, entertainment is entertainment.
I get what
all
you're
that.
saying about
But also,
the
it makes
interview
sense.
zone
That's
and
why
everything.
Pat McAfee's involved, and
Yeah.
like Trick Williams, who's a wrestler, is going on with Stephen A. Smith because ESPN's basically more entertainment than it is
Right.
sports at this point.
Yeah,
anyway.
you're not wrong about that.
But it's storytelling.
Yeah,
is what they use it.
I hear you. I do have a question though.
Yes. Yes, you can come over
Oh,
6 o'clock.
this was a smirk.
And this has nothing to do with sports,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Nothing
Okay,
at all.
okay.
All right, I'm ready.
But I'm curious, what's everybody's line when it comes to there's any type of creature or animal on the road? Like, what are you willing to do to save
Oh,
that?
what?
Like
Oh,
these
God.
squirrels,
You're asking the wrong person.
These Sacramento squirrels.
Okay.
No, that's
I
a good
mean,
question.
A dog mom here.
no. These Sacramento squirrels,
Okay.
they'll square up
Yeah.
to you while you're driving.
That's true.
And a couple days ago, I'm exiting.
Yeah.
You just went
And
through.
as I'm exiting, the squirrel is there, and there's a car behind me, and there's nobody in front of me. There's no traffic.
Squirrels got to learn.
Oh, no.
I'm exiting, and the squirrel is, hopscotching back and forth, and I slow down, and I'm thinking, hey, little buddy, you better make a decision here because I can't stop.
Yeah.
This car has no clue what I'm about to do.
no.
And the squirrel jumps into the wilderness,
Well, that's
right? And
good.
it's fine. And I'm thinking, well, it's either him or me. I don't really know. I don't know.
Circle of life, pal.
When
You
you're
know?
when you're going at that, this is what I'll say. When you're going at that speed, or there's somebody behind you and can't stop, unfortunately,
Yeah, he's got-
unfortunately, what's the famous squirrel's name?
Skippy got to go.
Whatever his name is.
Alvin?
There's Alvin.
That's a
Chipmunk.
chipmunk.
Oh,
But-
well, whatever. Squirrel, chipmunk.
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Also,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way
Kayla-
that's what
Unfortunately,
No,
them's just the
Kayla-
brakes.
No,
Because I'm thinking, man, buddy, I'm luckily that you jumped off, but I don't know if
Sometimes
would I have
think
been
they go
willing to
under.
hit the brakes.
No,
You gotta
because
let it
then
go.
you're gonna let
I'm not.
No, you're not doing that.
Kayla's, but also we need to acknowledge Kayla needs to bow out of this conversation
Why?
because
Why?
because you said if you ever were golfing and there was a goose close to your golf
Goose
ball,
are different.
you would smack the goose with a golf club.
Goose are
it didn't do
mean.
anything.
That's a
Goose have
different
bit me.
conversation than what I'm having.
That's what I'm saying, but
Goose
she
have
has to
bit
bow
me.
The
out.
plural is geese.
Geese have bit me. Yes,
Gooses.
thank you. He said goose, so I was on goose.
Goosing.
I was just curious because it happened a couple days ago, and these
You're not
Sacramento
wrong.
squirrels.
What are they eating, by the
I don't
way?
know, but muscle milk. They're drinking some
I
muscle
think
milk.
so.
I might stop for a cat or dog. Squirrel, you're getting it.
Yeah, cat or
That's
dog.
correct.
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean that? Because
Yeah.
They're all animals.
Rabies looking.
But squirrels, there's a plethora of them.
Yeah, there's.
Just that's the only one. The one that's there.
Maybe it depends on the.
Hey.
Breed.
That's
Yeah.
my line.
Wow. I just,
How-
you know
is
what?
the car okay?
Yeah, is
I'm
my
glad.
car gonna
I
be
guess
okay?
Whitey and I, we were the ones that would stop. You know.
Peter, we're joking. Peter, we're joking.
Yeah, we were
Joke.
joking.
It's a joke.
I saw one squirrel and I named him as he ran off.
And then did he say, "Hey, Alan"?
Named
these-
He looked at me
He said, "Alan, take these."
and he went like this
Name him Skid
Thank
Mark.
you. And ran off.
My mom once stopped multiple lanes of traffic to let a mother duck and her ducklings cross a road.
Yeah.
Circle of life,
yeah,
man.
No, come on.
No, that's
You're
bad
crazy.
No, that's bad parenting. That's
No,
bad parenting.
no.
Bad duck.
Wow,
By the
well, that's
way-
why they call us a drive, guys, because we drive and we stop when
Avoid
necessary.
squirrels.
That's right.
That's right.
I ain't getting rear-ended to
We
save a
got
squirrel.
turkeys too, so.
I ain't getting rear-ended to save a squirrel.
Let's hear your turkey. You do a turkey sound? I'm sure.
Kayla will do everything.
That was a drowning turkey, but it was a turkey.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been some.
Save animals. We do not, I guess.
Yes, we do.
It's
Mr.